the Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone. Good morning, everybody. It is Friday, June 28th, 2024, and we are coming to you live. Good morning. I know everybody's a little sleepy from watching the Super Bowl last night.
Oh, boy.
How's everybody feeling today?
Wow.
It is wild.
Man, oh, man.
I just saw the Sacramento Bee or whatever that parody thing is, and it said Trump is now wanted for murder of elderly man last night on television.
Jeez.
It was I'll tell you what, though. His people, whoever his strategists are, they just nailed it right. Don't answer the questions. Just keep going over the points.
Right.
Hey, Mr. Trump, we'd like to ask you about addiction in America. I just want to say that the reason why there's addiction in America is because the borders are open. This guy is the worst president in the world. He let the borders open. He let illegals come in here and rape women. He let illegals come in here and bring all the drugs in, fentanyl, and everybody's dying. And it's Joe Biden's fault, worst president ever. Well, Mr. Trump, the question was, what are you going to do about current people with current addiction problems? I'm just saying, he's the worst president. Everybody else tells me I'm great, but they tell you he's the worst. And it was all night, and it was fantastic.
Yep. And they know there's no fact checking going on while they're doing it. You know what I mean? Like, obviously it's happening, whatever, but it's not, there's no responses of that's not true because of this, whatever. He is the greatest at everything that's ever happened. It was the best borders. We had the best water. You guys remember the best water?
The best
that was
water.
The best water and the best air and the best.
I thought he was going to say we have the best addiction here.
We had H2O.
Yeah.
It was the best H2O.
Yeah. He did say that. He goes, oh, good.
I laughed so hard. I go, water's always been pretty good. I don't remember his.
It was like, listen to me. Let's get this right out of the way. Trump eviscerated Joe Biden last night. Joe Biden eviscerated himself.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean Trump won the debate. That doesn't mean he's a better candidate. I'm just telling you.
Right.
Like if you're gonna vote, and you're voting based on last night, you can't vote for the old guy who whistled and everything he said. You got to vote for the other guy who has got the most confidence in the world. When they started talking about golf, I almost lost my mind.
Yeah, that was the best. That was the best. Like nothing else really mattered. And then he was like, "You're 6'6" handicap. I've seen your stroke."
I know a guy. I know a guy who golfs with Trump down at Mar-a-Lago, and he won the tournament.
Two tournaments.
No. My guy won the tournament, and there's video of Trump saying, "Congratulations, you did a great job. You great comeback, And he goes, "You did good. You didn't do great. You didn't do as good as I did. I won. I shot." Like he had to put himself over.
Yeah.
He couldn't just say to the guy, "Congratulations, you won the tournament. You did good. You did great. You could have done better. You didn't do as good as me. I'm still the champion, but you did pretty." I was like, wow. It's like, I don't know. Listen, if I have to make a smart move for this country and vote out of these two, I have to vote for Trump. I don't like Trump's view on abortion. I don't like when he says weird things like "I golf better than you" and that we have great water and all that stuff. But I don't want the other guy running the country either. He's too old, and I think we need to look at setting. Trump said I was going to say age limits, but Trump said it at the end. I'm willing to take cognitive exams and put myself out there to just like you were for a driver's license.
Yeah, why not? He aced it. He did the best.
Yeah,
best ever. Some say best ever.
That's right.
They couldn't believe that. They said nobody ever aced it before. By the way, if you listen to Dana Carvey and David Spade's podcast at all, Dana Carvey does a bunch of impressions, and he does a Biden, and he does a pretty funny Biden because he'll start kind of rambling like that, whatever, and he'll go, "You got to put the things in the Pirates of the Caribbean," and do that.
Oh my God.
But he also does list all the time. Number 1, you got to do the thing. Number 2, just like my dad said. Number 3, the first thing first.
Because that's how they teach him to memorize it.
But the crazy thing is I didn't realize how much he does that. Like I've seen him do it before. Number 1, number 2, but he kept on doing it last night.
Because they say to him, "These are the points to hammer home. Memorize these." So whenever he has to have a go-to, he's like, "Number 1, I'm from Scranton, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, but
number 2, my dad did this."
It got to the point where he would go number 1. I go, "Let's see what number 2 is," and it was crazy.
I will tell you, there were a couple of Trump, of Biden moments when Biden got angry in the beginning. He was like, "You're the loser." Yeah, but listen,
that I got to tell you, to me, that is such a turnoff. I was just like, ugh, look at this old man with his scowling face and stuff. And while Trump's talking or while the moderators are talking,
Oh my God.
he's just looking off into the other direction. Like, who's saying that? Who's there?
Did you hear
scared.
their excuse? Well, he did have a cold.
Oh yeah. By the way, the fact that he could not get his throat cleared and had this voice the whole time, you're like, oh, you're just so old. It's ridiculous.
My two major takeaways from last night were, one, I can do anything that I want to in this world. Because
I believe
if
I can
Biden
fly.
is president, like anything is possible. And two, I really felt like that whole thing was fake and staged because not once did Trump just point at Biden and go, "What is this? What are we doing?"
Well,
He's pretty close.
He did the one, and we have it coming up in news.
Yeah, when he was like, I don't even know what he just said.
I don't know what he said. He doesn't know what he said.
Right.
So I thought Trump did a great job at being Trump, but not over the top.
Yeah.
Like he didn't turn people off with it. You know, that whole "I'm the best" is a turn off to me. But he was better. Spanish. I often think that you're a moron, and I believe that you.
All right.
I concur.
Inability.
Approved.
You offer nothing to the show, and you're. No, I'm just kidding.
Man.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I often think that your theories are ridiculous. There is an asteroid passing Earth this week that is coming
Dangerous.
close. Yeah, but it's still hundreds of millions of miles away. Whatever. Maybe they go. This asteroid took a turn, and therefore we have to postpone the election because they cannot have an election. The headline today on the Drudge Report: Operation Replace Biden. Dems scramble with 130 days to go after debate catastrophe.
Yeah, dude.
Who is
Yeah.
taking Joe Biden's place if he doesn't run?
Does everybody want to say it on the count of three?
You do it.
1, 2, 3.
No.
Yeah.
My wife.
Yep.
Listen, I'm telling you right now, whether you like it or not, I'm not saying that she should be president. I'm not saying that she could be president. I'm saying that she will, that she can be president.
Blows my mind.
Yeah.
It blows my mind.
Popularity contest.
My wife and I almost got in a fist fight about it last night. She said to me, I would vote for Michelle Obama before I voted for Donald Trump. And I looked at her and I go, why? And she goes, because I cannot vote for Trump. And I said, why would you vote for Michelle Obama? What qualifications does she have to be president? And she's like, she's a lawyer. I'm like, yeah, Dom's a lawyer. You're going to vote for Dom to be president? I go,
Is he running?
His wife won't let him.
Yeah.
It makes no sense as to why Michelle Obama is qualified to be the president of the United States. She has no foreign policy experience. She has no domestic policy experience. She's got no government office experience. I don't even know if she's fully aware of how the government works. I don't mean the three system party system. I just think that she doesn't know.
She went to Harvard, didn't she?
She's not an idiot. I'm not saying she's not.
She graduated above
Listen to me.
Barack Obama.
If
She's had foreign policy. She's traveled the world, met world leaders for 8 years.
Is it because she's a woman, Mike?
No.
Is it because she's black?
Like she's got tons of foreign policy. I mean, meeting world leaders
But
and
that's
being
the difference.
involved in.
There's no policy there. That's foreign. That's foreign relations.
Yeah, but then you can say Trump had none of that either. Like,
But Trump did. He did business with these countries.
So did she.
But she didn't. She didn't have any say on anything that involved money. She didn't have anything that said
Did
about
Barack
trade.
Obama?
yeah,
Of course he did.
Yeah, I mean, he
Did
was
he?
ordering drone strikes like a madman.
Oh, Barack Obama spent years in politics before he became president. He didn't just go from accident attorney to the president.
But
you
that
know?
also doesn't mean he's had foreign policy.
yeah. He was a
but
one-term senator.
But he's
Yeah.
he was part of the system before he would to me. You're asking me. Look, I get it. Anybody in this country can go ahead and make that run to be president, but you're asking him now to go from never playing baseball to playing for the Yankees.
No, she's been a
No.
politician for 20 years.
But she's not a politician. She's a diplomat.
Diplomat. I was going to say she's a politician who never held a political office. But yeah, she definitely knows the ins and outs a lot better than most people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, because she was there for 8 years,
Right.
and then she knows,
And you have to think. Sorry, you have to think that so many people are like, yeah, Michelle Obama doesn't have any experience. Blah blah blah. she's married to a guy who did it for 8 years,
like,
and a lot of people loved him.
Yeah.
A lot of people loved him. So it's going to be like puppet regime where anything goes wrong, she can go, hey, Barack, I need some help on this one. You know
now
what I mean?
you're thinking about that. Now you're thinking that the people have to think, do we want Barack Obama to be president again? I mean,
Well,
that's what, yeah.
I can tell you right now, if it was possible and he ran, he would win.
I mean, he's basically the president right now.
You would
He's,
win. You would
he's
win
the
if
one
you
who's
ran.
controlling Biden.
What were you
I
gonna
would say because how is Hillary Clinton eligible to be president
Hillary
or
Clinton was
qualified?
not eligible to be president. She was not eligible to be president because she was another smart attorney. She did great, and then after the whole debacle with Bill Clinton and Monica Lewinsky, they said we can't afford for you guys to get divorced. We can't afford for him not to have this structure. We'll work you through the system. Moved her to New York, gave her that gig in New York where she was the senator in New York. She didn't know anything about New York.
Yeah,
She's from Arkansas.
Same thing though, but she was the nominee, so she was just as qualified as Michelle Obama would be.
Yeah, but she worked.
And
She worked as a senator. She worked in the system. She worked even and while Bill Clinton was.
You just don't like Michelle Obama.
It's not true though.
Yeah.
While Bill Clinton was in office, Hillary Clinton's job was trying to come up with a national health care plan. She was involved in Michelle Obama's thing was to make kids not fat anymore.
I think we don't know that. You're following her whole career.
Who?
Like Michelle Obama.
No.
Closely.
But
like,
I'm saying
I'm sure she's had her hand in a ton of programs.
But as
ton
a
of
first
policy.
lady, the first ladies come out and they go, Melania, this is what I do for first lady. I work with this, where I work with poor kids or whatever. And that's the first lady's job. And Hillary Clinton, though, they were like, Hillary Clinton's going to come up with a national health care. She was somebody who was already in the role. She wasn't just being a wave and pretty mom.
I think they're no different.
Well, listen, I'm
not advocating for Michelle Obama, but
I
she's
understand.
100% more than qualified to run for office as president.
that blows my mind that people think that, not just you. Like my wife was like 100%. Not to mention
the bar's low to run for president.
Yeah, also,
it doesn't take a lot at all.
Yeah, I mean, because it's a job, it's the only job out there where you can get that job without the experience of that job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if we go and work in radio, I've worked at other radio stations, I can go here and I can get it. It's pretty much the same. But nobody has ever been president before. So regardless of you're in politics and you're doing, foreign policies and doing that type of stuff, you've never actually been president. President needs to be a intelligent person. To win, you just need, popularity, contests,
charisma,
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You have that X factor or whatever. Or the people, the powers are pushing you and making you president. The fact that we had a father and son that were president. I mean, come on, get out.
we
of
had
it.
a lot of a lot of family relations.
But what I'm saying is if you have a smart person who is popular and you get them in there, they're smart enough to surround themselves with people who know what they're doing. It's not the president making every decision. You know what I mean? So I think she's just as qualified as a lot of other people, and she's a hell of a lot more.
But then why
popular.
won't we just keep Joe Biden in there? If he's not really making all the decisions.
He's been in there.
Yeah.
No,
but
but
he's
what
been
I'm
in
saying
there.
is he's not making all the decisions. Other people are making them, and
Right,
he's just
exactly.
a figurehead. Then what is going to change?
Because the wool has been pulling off of our eyes, and everyone saw last night. This guy isn't doing anything except for eating ice cream.
A huge, massive part of it is the optics, what it looks like on the surface.
Yeah.
Because majority of people don't pay attention that closely. They just watch what they see on television, and it's the optics on the surface. That's what matters to a large majority.
That's
of
what
the country.
ruins things. I mean, you have one little mistake on the surface.
That guy lost everything.
What were you going to say? He's good at what?
Eating ice cream.
Oh, then Rough Shot Todd should be president.
He could be. He could be.
I'm in.
Optics are everything,
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I'm telling you,
I think the fix is in. I think something is afoot because
for sure, man.
Because it's so odd to me that the Democrats and Biden are the one that asked for this debate, and there's no way they didn't know that they would go this way.
Yeah, I feel like they said, all right, listen, Joe Biden cannot win. He cannot be president. So what we're going to do is we're going to put him out there. We're going to tell him we're going to give him the shot that makes him all smart and ready to go like he did for the State of the Union. And then meanwhile, they just give him saline. And then he goes out there and stumbles and bumbles, and they go, now we can have Michelle Obama.
Or, and this is back in Spanish territory now, would anybody be surprised if in 3 days from now, Joe Biden dies in his sleep?
No, wouldn't be shocking at all.
Something is up because, again, they're the ones that asked for this. They wanted the debate.
Yeah, but the debate that they got was on their network. It was on CNN.
Yeah.
It was with Jake Tapper, who hates Trump. and everything that he had no audience, he had his mic muted, like everything was in their favor.
I think the mic muting that helped Trump because it kept him focused and he couldn't go off the handle and go off
And
script.
plus the split screen kept getting
So good.
And that just really showed Biden stumbling over his own words.
Oh, yeah.
Because Trump not being able to contain himself sometimes, Trump would, if his mic was on, he would have cut in so many times and saved Biden. But because his mic was off, Biden just had
sir, you have 87 seconds left.
Yeah. By the way,
yeah.
did you notice that they did that a couple times to save him? There was no way that was a minute response, and they cut him off because he started doing his.
Did something?
Yeah.
I feel like something got dumped at one point because they cut to a wide shot real quick, and they had mentioned beforehand that they were running a minute delay compared to the normal 7-second delay. And at one point, and on my TV, it could have just been mine. It cut off, and it went to this wide shot of the stage.
Yeah, they did have some weird shots a couple times, and it looked like at one point somebody walked in front of the camera. I was like, "What is going on?"
I was like, "Did they just dump something?" But I don't know. I really think that Biden's people set him up for that to fail.
right. Yeah.
But what is the? I mean, yeah, you may be right, but what is the plan? Is what I want to know. I mean, we're dangerously
to get him out,
close to an
make him
election.
drop out of the race.
to get somebody else in there.
But we're dangerously close to an election. They have to have a plan in place if that's the key.
May I connect some dots for you real quick?
Yes.
So you have the border, right, which is a bunch of illegal immigrants that they've proven time and time again that they're
Can I
men.
jump in real
Yes.
quick? Very surprised last night that in all the border talk, Trump did not say that about the Chinese coming in.
Yeah,
He
that is
said
interesting.
terrorist. He said illegals, Mexicans, whatever. But he said other countries. He did not say China.
We still have a lot of money tied up with China right now. It wouldn't be very smart to piss them off in a presidential debate when you really don't have to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But so you have all of these people coming in through our border. And at the same time, the majority of American people, you commented on it yesterday, they're not. It's not that they're looking for Trump and they want Trump. But people, like you said, the wool has now been pulled over their eyes. People are seeing how the systems are working. They're seeing how all this corruption is working. So with that being said, you have this debate where Biden just blows it hardcore. Why, if you were the Democratic Party, you were the powers that be, why wouldn't before the election all of a sudden a bunch of stuff starts happening here in the U.S. and you go, I know we need a guy like Trump right now, but we have to hunker down and we have to take care of safety first, get everybody involved here. We'll push the election back. Even if they do hold the election, people will be so...
Listen to me. Trump lost the election and got on TV and said, I think it's fraud. I don't believe it's... And people lost their minds. People traveled from Florida to go up to D.C. to storm the Capitol. If you think you're going to get on TV and say, something's happening, we have to delay the election when the situation is the way it is, this world is going to go crazy.
Oh, yeah.
But I think the big thing about this is, what are we, 130 days?
130 days.
So 130 days. So have we seen people swing in for a couple months, they're the top, and there's no way they're going to be beat. And then 1 week later, they're like, can we believe anybody was talking about that loser?
Yeah.
We thought for a while Ron DeSantis was going to be president. We thought for a while that this person was going to be president. And it takes a cycle, the media cycle, where they do one thing, and then they're out. So if you give Michelle Obama 130 days, she's right in that sweet spot for no mistakes.
All right, but let me
she's back. She's charismatic, all that stuff.
Michelle Obama has had no interest in becoming president. No, right up until this point. She said no. She has no interest in it. She doesn't want to do it. And her name is not even, it's been mentioned a lot, but not by her. Okay?
Can I point out, Motley Crue signed a contract that they would not tour anymore.
No. I am not saying that. I'm not saying it's not going to happen. Let's just assume it's not her.
Right.
What are the other choices? I'll tell you what the
I would think that Gavin Newsom would try to jump in before Michelle Obama.
So the Drudge poll says Hillary Clinton never happened.
No.
Kamala Harris never happened. Gavin Newsom and Gretchen Whitmer, or they ask you to vote for somebody else.
Gretchen Whitmer, she's the one that got kidnapped.
Did she?
Is that the one from
I'm not sure.
Michigan or Minnesota or whatever? Is that her?
That's a great story if she did. But Gavin Newsom, the problem beating Trump, if you're Gavin Newsom, is just drive through L.A.
Yeah, but no, majority of the country's never been to L.A.
No, just now.
care.
Just drive through. So I was watching Skylar Stone, who's a comedian, who was driving through L.A. last night at 12:06 in the morning, and he was losing his mind how everything was closed. He's like, this is the club that Paris Hilton used to get caught throwing up outside of. This is a liquor store. This is a breakfast place. They're all closed at midnight. He's like, what happened to this place? But I'm not even saying that. Like, just drive. If you drive through LA, Gio, which I've done several times in the last year, the streets are just, it's like nothing I've ever seen before.
I believe you, but I feel like the majority of the country doesn't go to LA, doesn't go to California.
But you
You're
will,
in the Midwest
it's all
or
you'll
something.
see. All your commercials, all your TV commercials from Trump
Yeah, but
will be just videos of LA.
People, the left hate Trump so much, they don't care that, so there's bums on the street, LA, whatever. I live in Detroit. I don't care.
Gavin Newsom will have the best hair of any president.
Dude, he's a masterful BS artist because he is charismatic as all hell. It doesn't matter what he's saying, and he's all spin.
Yeah.
Like California is a disaster.
Yeah.
But when he's on TV, he's a master. He's just like Trump. He's masterful at spinning things when he's on television to make you think, wow, this guy's actually making sense.
What a hard state to be in control of. It's such a big state, and there's so much going on in it, and there's so much money there. It must be impossible to
no
just
way
run it.
they had so much surplus money that they just blew through.
No. I'm just saying, can you imagine having the control?
No.
Like, think about it. You have San Francisco, you have LA, you have Monterey, you have all these just different types of areas. LA, Hollywood's got the movie going on. There's wildfires over here. You've got big time money over here. You got San Francisco and all their troubles. It just must be difficult to be in charge of that.
Gretchen Whitmer is the one that was from Michigan, the governor of Michigan, who got kidnapped. 13 men suspected of orchestrating a domestic terror plot to kidnap the governor and stuff. And then they found out that a bunch of them were FBI informants, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and working with the FBI and all this stuff. And it was a wild thing.
And Trump was like, we don't want her to be president. She allowed herself to be kidnapped, loser.
Yeah.
Something's happened. Something's going to happen. Something's not right.
All right, let's play a little How Will It End.
By the way, do they have Michelle Obama in that list?
No.
They don't.
It says other, so you
Yeah.
can vote for somebody else.
I think it would be Newsom is the one that would step in if Biden drops out.
I firmly believe that there's too many illegal immigrants of fighting age here now at this point where I don't feel like there's something that's not going to happen. And then all of a sudden, when everybody's in turmoil because stuff is blowing up, all of a sudden Michelle Obama just steps in and is like, we need this type of figure. Trump is too divisive. We need everybody to come together. Now nobody even remembers anything about the economy, all this stuff. They just want
This is like, they were saying that this debate was one of the earliest as far as when it happened during the election year, and Biden's people picked it. Like it all makes us, what we see on the surface, I don't think is what's really going on.
For sure.
It's not just Biden, the bumbling old man, and Trump. That like what we're seeing.
But why didn't they just say, then don't debate, and we would have never had to deal with this? And
I think they're trying. His people and the Democrats are trying to set him up to fall. There's no way they didn't know it was going to go like that. There's no way.
Well, before the thing, they were all very positive, and then I watched afterwards. Immediately afterwards, I watched on a couple of different networks, and all the Democrats were like, "This is major. This is a problem."
One guy almost cried.
I know.
Yeah, are they doing that by design? Like,
right?
Did they set it up?
Like, it seems to like I was like, he did horrible. Everybody on CNN who loves Biden, they were all just, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Like they were totally blown away by this. I'm like, this is not that surprising. The fix is in. The Democrats are sending him to the slaughter.
Oh,
this is such a great time to be alive.
It's wild. It's
I
something.
just love watching all this stuff. Yeah, I love watching all this stuff go down, man. I really do. It's just I don't know. My brother goes, if Biden wins, Putin is just going to run the joint, and he goes, Putin's going to send the first nuclear weapon over here. And my brother goes, and I hope it lands right here, and I hope it lands in my backyard so that I'm immediately eviscerated. Yeah, and I go, oh no, not me. I hope it lands in Miami, so it's far away. And he goes, oh, then you get blisters and you get sick. Yeah. And I go, I don't want to just be dust, And I go, what are the chances that Putin says, I put it here in land of lakes?
But also, I mean, we could go farther than Miami. We could go, like, maybe put it in California, Texas.
Oh, you're going to get them there, too.
Yeah, how about not Florida?
Yeah. I'm just saying, they're coming. If they're coming, they're coming in everywhere. Because I said to my brother, I said, I wish at this point that we lived a little bit more central in the country, he goes, it doesn't matter. It's going to get you. It's going to get you either where it automatically just wipes you out, or it'll just seep into you.
And they were saying the way, because like all the primaries have happened, he has to like step down. He has to leave the race. It's the only way a new candidate can come in, because all the primaries have already happened. They've already voted him as the nominee. So it's got to be him that steps down for health reasons or whatever reason.
Will he do that?
Just so you know, we're 206.5 miles away from Mar-a-Lago. So,
oh man, it's not good. I remember we did this on the air one time. There was a website where if you put down where the missile landed, it would show you the radius in which you would get affected. And we did it because there was I think we just talked about this. There was a nuclear power plant somewhere in Crystal River, and if that ever melted down, how far that would reach, if it would get to Tampa, and what we'd have to worry about. Yeah, sure we would. But I don't know, man. What a great night! Kept us all up late. We all watched the whole thing. I mean, I would love to have had a camera behind me and just hear me go the whole night. I was just going nuts. It was fun.
Faces. I have no words. I have no words.
So,
it did not feel real.
My favorite was when they were like, please welcome the 46th president of the United States, Joe Biden. And he walked out stoic, walked right up to the podium, looked, and like, please welcome the 45th president, Donald Trump. And he walked out like Gru from the Minions. He was like,
You say stoic for Biden?
When he walked out.
When he shuffled out.
Yeah. Oh, but I mean, like, his body was straight up. His posture was straight.
Thanks to Biden.
But Trump had his head down. His shoulders were above his head. And he was like,
in the first 20 seconds, when Biden goes, I was on the couch. I go, oh no.
Yeah.
I put a thing on Instagram. He was like the old man from Family Guy.
Oh no. And my wife goes, what? I'm like, oh, this is going to be like 20 seconds in. I knew it was going to be.
Do you guys think it lived up to the hype that you guys were putting on it?
Yeah, I love it.
Really?
I thought it was just a disaster.
I thought it was blah.
Yeah, I got to be honest with you. I didn't think it was going to go that way. I didn't think that he was going to shoot himself in the foot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the whole thing
I thought they were going to have him shot up with this stuff, so he was at least like energetic and like, hey, I'll fight you in the parking lot. Let's scrap. But him doing the number one.
Yeah. At one point at the end, it got boring, and I tweeted out that this debate could really use Will Smith about now.
Yeah,
it was just them.
Yeah, I missed the last probably 10 minutes.
Yeah. It was just got a little stale after a while.
The last thing I saw was when they were arguing on who was the better golfer.
That was
and
great.
I thought, this is where we're at. This is these are our guys.
You've never had a 6 handicap. Oh, dude, they were fighting over golf scores. This is great. I've seen these guys on the golf course before. They start yelling about something, then one throws a beer can at the other one. Next thing you know, it's two slow old men pushing each other.
But the fact that in the same sentence he said he was a 6 handicap and then an 8 handicap, and it was like two strokes already.
Yeah.
These are the choices.
Would you be shocked if there was another pandemic sometime before the election?
I don't think people will fall for a pandemic.
Michael.
No, I mean, like most of the people who
more people wouldn't fall for
there'll be
it
a lot
now.
of pushback.
There'll be a lot of people that would definitely fall for it, but I'd say more people now because of what we went through and what we saw and stuff. You don't think people?
I think
there's a lot of people.
Would be a lot of pushback.
I think there's a lot of people in this room that changed their mind on it and stuff. I remember whenever they were first talking about the mask, I'm like, just wear the mask, just do it. That's what you're supposed to do. And then we learned more, and then I was like, oh, so the masks don't even do it. Like, what are we doing? This is so dumb.
There are people
what I mean?
in my DMs almost daily, and all I will do is post science, and they will argue, and it blows my mind.
Sure, but I'm saying I think at least more people learned.
I mean, I hope so.
That the government can lie to you. You know what I mean? There was a lot of people that were like, "Hey, USA, trust my government," all this stuff. There's more people now that go, "Oh, well, maybe not everything they're saying is true."
It just takes a couple of photos for them to run 24/7 on news channels, and then everybody loses their mind, and then they tell you you're out of toilet paper. And you're out of some essentials, and people freak out.
Well, leading up to the debate, CNN, who hates Trump, was saying stuff, and I go, but that's not even true. Like they're still saying stuff that's not true, that's been debunked and is not. And it's like, how do you sit there on that? At that desk and say that stuff.
Well, and how can they?
Yeah. Well, because it's just opinion,
Yeah.
It was historic to watch, and what is going to happen now in the next coming days is going to be amazing, because we all know something's going to happen that's never happened before, and Joe Biden cannot be the next president of the United States. Listen to me, not that you hate Trump, if you still think Joe Biden is going to be a good president, like my wife hates Trump. No way she's voting for Trump. She doesn't love Joe Biden, but there's no way she's voting for Trump.
She hates Trump, even though the money situation, like everything was much better under Trump. Like the inflation was lower and your 401k was booming and all that stuff. She doesn't really deal with. She handles the day-to-day finances of the house. I handle the long-term stuff.
Yeah.
So she doesn't really see that much. But my wife also, keep in mind, she got her master's degree in a job that's never going to pay her more than $30,000 a year. So the money is not the important thing to her. She is going to, she sees the policies, she sees the things that are signed in, not just under Trump, under anybody. And I don't like that they did this. And they took this money away from here. And then also, one of the things that really turns me off is the abortion talk. I mean, I understand it's easy to say bring it back to the states because that's your way out of it. That's your way of saying, oh, well, let the states do what they got to do. That's you catering to that group of people without having to commit to it.
What would you say your wife is? Your wife, it's funny because your wife to me seems like, she wants to help people and do stuff. Obviously, the job that she's doing, she wants to help people. But then on certain things, she's like, no, that's ridiculous. Like that, stuff, whatever. My wife is 100% Republican, which is funny to look at my wife.
You look at the parents. That's why.
Yeah, but you wouldn't think that, like just her attitude and the things she likes and dislikes, whatever. But she's 100% like,
And I was going to ask Mike, like, what does your wife hate about Trump so much that she could never lean even slightly towards the right?
She doesn't like his arrogance. She doesn't like
So it's a personal thing. It's not even about a policy.
No, it's definitely about policy. She'll be the first person to tell you about healthcare and about what he wants to do to change the healthcare situation. She will be like, this will take healthcare away from 30 million people who never had affordable healthcare before, and this, that, and the other thing. And she's like, in this policy about drugs, they're making it illegal to get the drugs. Like, she knows all those sort of things. And that is, and there she is. You're leaving? God. We were just talking about you. We were just talking about how much you love Trump. All right, well, let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll play Sporcle. We'll, of course, talk more about the debate when we have news.
I was just going to say, I guarantee that Barack Obama was watching that debate, and he was like, Michelle, get his dress on. You're about to be president.
Tuck it.
Yeah.
All right, we'll take a break.
Hell yeah.
Get ready, Mike.
Got him.
We got Sporcle, and then when we do news, we'll get back into the debate. We'll play some audio from it, and we'll get to take your phone calls on it. It's the Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone. It's Friday. I need this. Where in the world could Spanish be right now?
You know where.
Crapping? Why can't he crap at your house?
I don't know. He does all the time.
Well, why does he have to do it here all the
I
time?
don't know. I don't know why he has to do it over there all the time.
You don't want to offend the pantses. He's going there blowing up the bathroom.
Well, maybe he's embarrassed.
Yeah.
I don't know. It bugs me that he's crapping at my house. Also, he's not here for the show.
A lot.
Yeah.
I mean,
Does he have some sort of condition we don't know about?
I think he has a lot of conditions, Michael.
Does he have an irritable bowel?
Do you have irritable bowel syndrome? Oh, I definitely poop. Yeah, no, we know you. We know you pooped. Then you brought your dirty hands in here.
Yeah.
I mean, they're clean.
No,
I don't believe
Yeah,
you.
man.
I don't believe
What,
it.
you guys don't wash them in the toilet when you're done?
All right.
Come on, that's the thing, right?
You're gross.
I mean, how else are you going to pick it up and put it in the trash can?
You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to get rid of it somehow.
All right.
So, are we all still after the show going to see Horizon today?
I don't know. Are we?
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm out.
Yes.
I'll go by myself. I'm just saying. I was just wondering who else is going.
Yeah, I'm
You're
in.
out, Gio?
Yeah, I'm out.
Oh, okay.
Why?
Nah, I'm not interested in that.
Really?
Not interested.
No.
Don't care about the epic. Listen, you know how the critics are crapping all over it? I read a thing this morning. It says, don't listen to the critics. This is one of the most awesome movies.
But also, like I said, who cares about critics? You and I, have very similar tastes in a lot of stuff, and you and I dislike movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The critics always think they're better than everybody else, and like they know more.
Yeah.
The only thing I read was that it's a lot of it's set up, so it's going to kind of leave you hanging because it's 4 parts.
Sure, but it's coming out in August, so it's not like I have to wait forever.
That's good. That's good.
This is my favorite thing, and Steve Persall is a nice enough guy, and we were in Germany with him, and we hung out with him. But after we had our big fight, Right. But Steve Persall is the movie critic for the St. Pete Times or Tampa Bay Times, and it bothers me that I'm like the Michelle Obama of this situation. I wanted to interview Al Pacino. I feel like I'm the best interviewer in this town. They should have let me do the interview, and instead Steve got to do it. And Steve used to be a gym teacher at Ridgewood High School. Like, what qualifications do you need?
So you're saying you're not qualified?
No, I'm not. But I have 30 years of doing it the right way.
Yes,
you know
you
what I mean?
are. That makes you qualified.
Yeah.
So you have Steve, you have TM Powell, you have Hot Heat.
But
What's
do
his
you
name?
have TM Powell?
No, but I'm saying like
Yeah.
all of those people have been critics. What are their,
Dewey Dewdog was doing it for somebody else.
Yeah.
That's
exactly.
where I was. That's why I was like, this guy'd be great. And TM Powell just started doing it on whatever he worked
Right,
at.
that's what I'm saying. There's no real qualification. Like I expect Mo to be a critic. You know what I mean?
But Mo will be the critic that tells you
The
everything's bad.
cinematography
Yeah.
and the all right, settle down. By the way, he hit me up the other day because we had talked and I told him about Mr. In Between. I go, do you ever watch Mr. In Between? Because that guy does all that stuff, writes and produces and does all that stuff himself. And he watched it and he really liked it. And then he was wanted to rewatch it. He goes, what was the name of that? Whatever. I said,
That's a good show.
It's really good, but it was I think only 3 seasons that they did, and it just kind of cut off abruptly.
Yeah,
you know,
it's
but
about a hitman in New Zealand.
Yeah.
It was really good though. Anyway, I'm going to Horizon today. There's an 11:30 show. I'm going to see it.
Yeah.
So whoever wants to come.
All right.
And then the other thing is, I have been asking my family for years to go to the Star Wars land, and they don't want to go. And I thought I might go tomorrow. Just go, yeah.
By yourself?
No, I was going to see if everybody wanted to go, and then I thought, worse, I don't want to be in Star Wars land, just me in Spanish.
Oh, come on. It'll be a blast.
No, you're gonna try to act like my son.
No.
and you're gonna want to like we take pictures together and you hold balloons.
1 or 2.
minutes.
Let me tell you this though: if you do go and you go with Spanish, then when we do the football results, whatever your lose thing is, you already paid your bet.
Thank you. It was quite the day.
Come on.
No matter what,
Yeah.
you've already paid.
But seriously, I would go with you for sure.
Way too hot right now.
That's the thing.
way
It's
too muggy,
yeah.
or
It's
it's gonna
true.
rain. Like this is not the time to go to Disney.
it's summertime, and everybody in the world goes to Disney in the summertime. So the crowd's
Especially
gonna
before
be,
4th of July
the
weekend.
crowd's going to be just crazy,
Thank you, Gio. Spanish, you're out.
and
Aw,
it's
man.
1,000
I
degrees.
was the one who brought this up.
Oh, whatever. Sorry.
God.
Sorry.
Unsung hero yet again.
Thank you.
If Carmen said, "Hey, do you want to go?" I'd be like, "Okay."
Let's do it virtually. Let's get our little goggles. I'll
Not
do
the
that. I'll do
same.
that with you.
Not the same.
You can't drink the milk if
Do you
you're
know?
not there.
Do you know
Oh,
we
my
did that with Tokyo Disney? We watched. We put the goggles on and we watched a tour of Tokyo Disney.
That's
You're
pretty
walking in. What's awesome is when you go in there and it's the same as what it was. Like I've already been here before.
Same.
It's pretty amazing.
Cool.
All right, what do we got to give away, Carmen?
We got a bunch of stuff. We got tickets for Michael Carbonaro,
Uh-huh.
Doobie Brothers, New Kids on the Block, 30 Seconds to Mars, and Monster Jam.
Yeah, now we're talking. All right, let's do it right now. A little bit of Sporcle. Here we go. New Kids on the Block are coming, and I'm pretty sure my son Joey is named after Joey McIntyre. Like in my heart, he's named after my Uncle Joe, who passed away before my son was born. But I'm sure my wife was like, okay, Joey works.
Surprise.
Carmen is the keeper of Sporcle. Pap is your judge and scorekeeper. I am the current leader with a rule. Carmen, what are we playing today?
All right, today we are going to be playing 3 songs, 1 rapper.
Oh.
So I'm going to list 3
man.
songs. You're going to name
Come on.
the rapper.
There's a hip hop king on the show.
You better
Yeah,
believe
it's
it.
unfair.
Let me fix my crown.
Come on.
All right, your first one. Bank account, Ocean Drive,
Dr.
Red
Dre.
Ops.
What was the last one?
Red Ops. Bank account, Ocean Drive, Red Ops.
I'm going to say Drake.
Ocean something.
It's the dude with the L. Oh,
Electric Lamar.
No,
what?
21
Kendrick Lamar.
Savage.
That's what I meant.
Hey, Carmen, these are not just men, right? These are men and women rappers.
Can I
Correct.
point out the hip hop king just said Lendrick Kamar?
That was great.
Love
I thought you yelled electric car. And I went, what is he saying?
All right, your next one. In the club.
50 Cent.
Yeah, 50 Cent. Mike, is that what you said?
That is what I said.
Okay, then Mike gets the point. LSD, Electric Body, praise the Lord.
Kanye West.
Electric car.
Dr. Dre.
LSD, electric body, praise the Lord.
Soldier Boy.
ASAP Rocky.
Oh, that's what I
Oh.
Bodak Yellow.
Cardi B.
Up. Mike Calta. Chainsmoker. Coca Butter Kisses.
meant. 21 Pilots.
Rappers.
Yeah.
I might need security.
Snoop Dogg.
Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah. Ice Spice.
Chance the Rapper.
Damn.
Oh.
You know what's funny about Megan Thee Stallion is like if I see a picture of her, I know that it's her, and she does a lot of advertising, commercials and stuff. With a gun to my head or $20 million, I couldn't name one song.
yeah.
Oh.
I go, I have no idea, but I know who she is. Why do
Yeah.
I know who she
She's
is?
the Stallion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and your mama. This this is America.
Oh.
Eminem.
Childish Gambino.
Yeah, that's it.
Spanish. Gangsta's Paradise.
Coolio.
Coolio is correct. Spanish.
No, he
No.
got that out
Oh.
before me.
Gio did it?
That's what I heard.
Yeah, I thought it was
Okay.
All right.
I didn't hear you.
I said LL Coolio.
Yeah.
Gio gets the point. Rough Riders Anthem.
DMX.
Mike Calta. Explosive. What's the difference? Keep their heads ringing.
Dr. Dre.
Mike Calta.
Ding, ding, dong.
Ding, 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 dong.
Dead ringing.
One Dance. Started from the bottom. Hotline
Drake.
Bling. Galvin. Rap God. Till it
Eminem.
collapse. Mike Calta. It was a good day. Check
Cube.
Ice Cube.
yourself.
Ah, damn it.
Mike Calta. No role models. Middle child. False prophets.
Kanye West.
Nas.
No role models. Middle child. False prophets.
Nas.
You can say it again.
Oh, you didn't buzz me. I didn't.
You got buzzed with Spanish.
I don't
You're
want to
the
share a
same.
buzz.
Same.
Little Swoozy.
No, I was looking for J. Cole.
Oh.
We should just
What you
make
call
up
me?
names. for the rest of it, yeah.
Big Pimpin', 99
JP.
Problems, Spanish, High Power, Humble,
Kanye West.
Mad City,
Nas.
High Power, Humble, Mad City.
Lil Taint. I don't know the answer. I'm
Yeah.
just making one up.
That's good.
Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, electric car.
Lendrick Kamar.
No. And Pep, we're halfway there.
Halfway.
Ah!
Galvin and Gio both have 1 point.
Thank you.
Spanish doubling that with 2, and Michael is your leader right now. He's winning with 6.
Whoa.
Oh, my rappers.
All right, 3 songs, 1 rapper. Here we go. Panini, Industry, Baby,
Fat Joe.
No, I know this. This is.
Old Town Road.
Yeah.
Oh, Lil Nas X.
I couldn't think of his name.
I know my gay rappers.
Spanish. Lollipop, a Millie, my
Wayne.
homie
Lil Wayne.
still. Little Wayne is correct. Pap.
Gio.
Gio gets the point. Going back to Cali,
Hello,
Cool J.
Mike Calta. Self-care, what's the use? Kool-Aid and frozen pizza.
That sounds
I want to
delicious.
hang out with whoever that is.
Self-care, what's the use? Kool-Aid and frozen pizza.
Lil Uzi Pump.
Damn it. You beat it. Little Uzi Vert.
No.
Skidoo.
Mac Miller.
He's dead.
yeah.
Ain't white.
Yeah.
He was.
Oh.
Now probably greenish brown.
Oh, man.
Oh my God.
Oh, I'm sorry. Were you
For
friends
sure.
with him? I know.
So harsh. Big ol' freak. Sweetest pie. Hot girl summer.
Nicki Minaj.
Big ol' freak. Sweetest
Chet Hanks.
Yeah. That was it.
Lizzo.
hot girl summer.
That's Kanye West.
You guys just had a long conversation
Megan Thee
about her.
Stallion.
Megan Thee Stallion. No point.
Galvin's a gun to his head.
Yeah. I was right.
Get your freak on. Work
Nicki Minaj.
it.
Missy Elliott.
Ah, damn it.
Get your freak on. Get your freak on.
Jump, zimmer, zimmer, jump,
The
jump.
mirrors are falling.
Zimmer, zimmer,
Point
jump,
Gio.
jump.
Gio. If I ruled the world, take it
Nas.
in.
Tears for Fears.
Tears for Fears?
No. Mike, Nas. Super bass. Chuck
Nicki Minaj.
Way. Spanish. New magic wand. What's your name? 9/11. Mr. Lonely.
Ice Spice.
New magic wand. Was your name? Which is one word, by the way. 9/11. Mr. Lonely.
Flippy Donut.
Lil Flippy Donut.
We should get donut.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Tyler, the Creator. That's who I was looking for. And Pap Pap.
Finally.
We're at the last 3. You're doing pretty good, Gio.
Thank you. Thank you.
Galvin with a single point. Gio with 3.
Yeah.
Spanish with 4. And Michael is your leader right now. He is winning with 8.
When you mentioned Lil Wayne, Joe, I was very impressed.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The only reason I know that is Lollipop,
Lollipop.
was
Yeah.
a rock song
Yeah,
for
they redid it,
97
yeah.
Nights per minute.
All right, 3 songs, 1 rapper. Last 3, here we go. Big Papa,
Notorious
Hypnotize.
B.I.G.
Is that what's on the paper?
It is. Listen, I was about to say that because after yesterday.
Chris.
I say Biggie, but
I
It's
say
not right.
Chris.
Wallace.
Yeah.
Yeah, not right.
Mm-hmm.
Still a G thing.
Bruce Dern.
Drop it like it's hot. Gin and juice. What do you say?
Snoop Dogg.
Thank you.
Snoop Doggy Dog.
Yeah.
Nope,
What's
it's
the
just
paper say?
D-O double G.
Snoop Dogg is what's on the paper.
The old black lady.
And your last one. Keep your head up. Cradle to the grave. Hit 'em up.
Hit him up. Hit him up.
Hit him up. Hit him up.
Keep your head up.
Soldier Boy.
Cradle to the grave.
Ludacris.
Hit 'em up.
Baby.
That's a good guess.
That was, yeah.
It's a rapper.
Tupac Shakur.
All right.
Wow.
R.I.P.
That's what we said.
Wow.
No.
R.I.P.
Well, he's
He's
not dead.
dead. Yeah, he's dead.
Maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
I don't believe it.
Your final score, Galvin with 1 point.
You better believe it.
Gio with 3.
Yeah.
Spanish, 5 points. And Michael is your triumphant champion today. He won with 9.
Come on.
Well, congratulations to, hi, who is this?
Tom.
Dom?
Tom.
Tom. Hi, Tom.
Tom.
Tom, how you doing, Tom?
Good. How are you?
What kind of work you do? You headed to work today?
Yeah, I'm actually just got here. I'm a mechanic for a car dealership.
All right, I'm going to put you on hold for a minute. Carmen will grab you during the break, and we'll hook you up with a prize, all right, buddy?
Awesome.
All
Thank
right,
you.
thank you. Have a good weekend. There you go. That's Big Tom.
Very nice.
All right,
Tom
Galvin.
sounds like a mechanic.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, Tom's hit somebody with a wrench before.
He's like, it's your manifold.
Galvin, what do we have coming up in news?
Coming up in news today, we have number 1 BS, NRGBBQ, and President Obama, the sequel.
We will talk about the debates. We'll get right into news, and we will do that next. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. My wife and I get free offers from cruises every once in a while. We were looking last night, and we're like, oh, yeah, all right, let's go. Let's go on a cruise. Let's take one of these. And we were pushing into, like, November when we could actually go. And I go, before you know it, our cruise will be here.
Yeah.
Right? So in November, I'm going to be like, I don't want to go on a cruise.
Yeah, but you did
anymore.
like 4 cruises before our cruise
I know.
last year.
You know, you're right, Calvin. You're right. I'm back to wanting to go on a cruise again, baby.
Yay.
Oh, we should have did that this weekend when my wife was out of town.
Oh, dude. That would have been awesome.
Go on a cruise?
Yeah.
Okay.
Carmen, the amount of things that I'm planning to do this weekend while she's out of town versus the reality of what I'm really going to do is amazing.
They do
yeah.
the
Oh,
quick-
I know.
They have the quick 3-day cruises to Coco Cay and back.
Let's go.
Yeah, like you leave Friday and you're back Monday morning.
Oh, hell yeah.
I want to do the Key West cruise.
Yeah.
Because I've only been to Key West once. It was when we were on a cruise.
Yeah.
So I didn't really get to explore because I
Carmen,
was
you saw all of Key West that day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, Key West is just a strip of bars. It's nice, but there's no beach there really, and there's it's just walking around from shop to bar to shop to bar. It's a nice place to visit. It's a good weekend spot.
I got to be honest with you. I don't need to travel to have a good time on vacation. I'm very much a staycation person. Like I could go to any resort here, go over to Hard Rock, go to the Safety Harbor Spa, do something like that. Just hang out by the pool, drink, and just be like, hey, take care of me.
Yeah.
I'm so the opposite. I want to go to as far away as I can.
Right.
Like, I know there's places I want to go with my family and places where I want to go to Vietnam, but I don't want to go. My wife would be miserable there.
But it's like, and I get that. Like, I would like to travel. If you could snap your fingers and be there, it'd be a lot better. Because the problem with that is like anything, you go, all right, well, we could go to Vegas and it's going to cost this much to fly out there. I get a hotel room comp, so that's nice, whatever. But then doing all the traveling, the time that it takes and all that stuff.
It's part of the package.
Yeah.
You've earned it. You've traveled 18 hours to Japan.
I like
just get a
that.
room here.
But see, you're
have an extra $2,000 to gamble with.
But you're looking at Vegas or a casino. You can do that here. I can't. There's the things that I want to see and do. I can't do here. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Yeah. Depending on what you want to do. But also, that would be so nice. Whenever they figure that out, whenever we can just do the beam me up.
dude.
And,
like a wake up in China tomorrow.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Yeah. But
Maybe
then
not China.
you'd be a clone. It wouldn't be you, man.
I don't want to
they're
go.
putting your molecules back together. That's fine.
I don't want to see the Great Wall of China. I've seen it in video.
You don't want to see it? I kind of want to see it.
Why?
I don't know. It's like one of those
To
things,
say you've been there, or
I guess it's like because it's so old. It's like the Coliseum. Like
Coliseum is
amazing.
amazing,
Right?
Great Wall of China is like, so there it is, the wall.
You
want to walk
on it? Yeah, a little bit. Oh, I kind of want to walk it. It's like 1,000 years
I'm
old.
like,
or
where do
whatever.
we get off?
Yeah,
Do we have to walk the whole wall?
By the way, have you heard the conspiracy theories about what that wall was actually keeping out of China?
No, dragons.
Bro,
What?
Dragons.
Monsters and
it was.
And
it's
let me ask you a
dragons.
question. You think that wall stopping monsters?
I don't know because
But here's the
It's
thing,
like
though.
the original night wall.
yeah.
Here's the thing is, there could have been stuff, but we probably would have found remains and
What
everything.
we did, like a leftover pterodactyl or something.
Right, but also think about rumors that happened back then. That you were like, all right, well, we got to build this wall then. You know what I mean? If you heard rumors about some sort of dragon or something like that, you can't go online and look it up or anything. You're just taking
That
people's
big of a
word at
wall?
it. And also giants. Think about giants back then. If there were giants, who knows? Or was it just some anomaly where a guy was like, 6'10"?
But
Meanwhile,
also,
everyone back then was 5'5", and then there's this 6'10" guy, and you're like, it's a giant.
But here's the thing about giant.
But real quick, you say that big of a wall. It's not that big of a wall. It's just a long wall. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know how tall it was.
It's a wall, but it's the length of the
Yeah.
wall
Yeah,
the
is to
length
keep
of the
troops
thing.
from coming in,
But
not
so, like,
from.
why would? But that's the thing is, like, they say troops, and there were a lot of rumors that China did find a dragon skeleton fossilized, and then that all went away. It's hard to tell if that's real or not.
Yeah, but any of those prehistoric animals could look like dragons. You
it's
tell me you
true.
find a pterodactyl in a pretty.
Totally agree with you.
Oh, can we talk about this? I watched a movie yesterday. This is along the lines of what we're talking about.
you got?
Called Splice with Adrian Brody. Anybody
How
ever see
awesome
that?
is that movie?
I mean, that was a really good movie, and I did not see any of it coming.
Right?
And okay, so Galvin, they're geneticists, and they're working for drug laboratories, and they splice a human gene with something else.
Okay, I think I saw a little bit of that, but did not watch the whole thing.
So they make this little creature. It's got a head, and it's running around. It looks like a chicken with no feathers on. It's kind of weird. And it's a girl. They know that, and then it starts maturing a little bit, and it starts looking more like a human. And he's like, "We got to destroy it. We did something illegal."
Does he bang it?
Getting there.
You got to bang it.
And then it starts looking more like a human, and except it's got wings and stuff, and it sees him banging a girl, and then it wants to bang, and then he walks in and he ends up banging it, and while this never made me feel. I felt so inadequate.
Yeah.
He's banging her. She's on top. The thing.
The wings come out.
And the wings come out. She's like, no. And the wings come out to a full span. And I was like, I've never done that to a girl. I've never had a girl. I've never made a girl a full wingspan ever.
What's the tail thing on her?
The tail thing has like a little knife at the end of it.
Yeah.
And she
What is
also
that?
she put that in the woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me do it on your wings.
Yeah.
Yeah, Carmen, because they like Mike said, they splice with human DNA. It goes through puberty, so when it hits teenage years as a girl, it starts to get all horned up.
Yeah, sure.
What did they?
So
I
he's
missed,
having
I missed the beginning. What did they splice the human? Do you remember that?
I don't remember exactly what it was, but that whole thing was they weren't. That creature that they created was like an anomaly that there was no way that was ever going to happen. Yeah. So then they were like, well, we got to keep it alive.
Well, she wanted to keep it alive.
Yeah.
He wanted to kill it.
Yup.
And then it gets nasty at the end. It was a good idea.
Yeah.
It was a good movie. I mean, I just happened to put it on for a second. I'm like, oh, what's that little chicken looking thing running around?
Yeah.
Next thing you know, they're all
Banging
back.
Chicken Little. Yeah.
How's that
go? Yeah. There's a great twist at the end, Carmen.
There is?
I'm out.
Yeah.
What was the twist? Tell me. I don't think I stayed through the whole thing. Nah, I just kept going back to it every once in a while.
Harrison Ford was in that?
Yeah. So the twist is that this whole time it's a girl, right? And it starts to bond with Adrian Brody, and you're thinking, oh man, Adrian Brody's going to keep it alive. Then one night it changes sex and changes gender, and then ends up killing Adrian Brody and stealing the wife.
No, the twist.
I ain't no gay.
Yeah.
The twist. She's pregnant at the end.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that's the twist. I did see that. Yeah, I forgot about that.
He's pregnant.
They didn't do another one?
Yeah. Yeah, it's not good.
Well,
You
there
can't
wasn't
have
like Splice 2 with baby creature?
No, they had to end it. Nobody wanted to know.
Oh.
I think Mike wants Galvin in Spanish to go to Horizon in case he falls asleep so you can fill in the holes.
Yeah.
This is me. I took a nap yesterday. Like I said, I pulled a Galvin to be prepared for the debates last night. I think I'm ready to go. I think I'm good to go. And they say this movie is so good.
Yeah.
So
Everybody
I should be ready to go for it.
Okay.
It's a long 3 hours.
Yeah.
Get me up on some of that Biden good stuff. I'll be fine for the whole thing.
Nice, cold, dark movie theater.
I'm gonna bring a blanket.
Yeah.
Popcorn.
Smart.
We'll see what happens.
Oh, popcorn.
And the butter on your body.
Wear your snuggie.
Yeah.
Carmen, you coming?
No.
Oh, man.
Like that movie is too long and not interesting enough for me to go watch it in the theater.
Let me just figure out time. We go 3:30. Geez, that puts me at rush hour traffic time.
That's what I'm saying. Then you're out, and then you got to fight that to get
Here we
back
go.
home.
Oh, man.
I'm
I
going.
told you he's not going.
I'm going. I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna go straight to Clearwater after it.
Oh, and that traffic.
Traffic. It'll only be 3:30.
Man.
Carmen, you say traffic like Trump says black.
Oh my
Like
God.
you're mad at it.
But he does. Did anybody notice that? How he said Trump will go black. And I'm like, oh,
Black job.
He's not used to saying that word.
yes. Yeah.
All right, let's check in with Galvin. He's got today's news.
And now, news with Galvin on the Mike Calta Show.
All I know is if we go and spend 3 hours at the movie theater today and that thing comes on the box tomorrow, I'm going to be very upset.
You know it is.
We'll see. We'll
What's
see.
gonna happen?
What do we have in news today, Galvin?
Today's news is brought to you by Pelt Shoes. They've got their big, giant 4th of July clearance sale going to be happening all 4th of July weekend long. You were talking about going over to Clearwater, right over
There's
there.
a Pelt's right over there.
Yeah, there's one right over there. You can get yourself some shoes. They have new flip-flops. They have dress shoes. They have athletic shoes, comfort shoes. They have them all, and they're going to be on sale for their big 4th of July weekend. Pelt's has 6 locations throughout Pinellas, Sarasota, and Fort Myers. Be an American. Get into Pelt's. Get yourself some brand new shoes. So, of course, the big news was the debate last night. The first general election debate of 2024 happened last night and was defined by personal attacks after U.S. President Joe Biden delivered rambling answers and Republican rival Donald Trump countered with falsehoods. Nobody really checked him on how great his water was. We do have a little highlight of some of the different stuff that happened during the debate. We have it on Bone TV here and some audio. Take a listen. Here we go. Debate.
Do you support any legal limits on how late a woman should be able to terminate a pregnancy?
I support Roe v. Wade. That means he can take the life of the baby in the 9th month and even after birth. That is simply not true. We are not for late-term abortion, period, with the COVID, with dealing with everything we have to do. Look, we had the safest border in history. Now we have the worst border in history. There's never been anything like it. There's no data to support what he said. Once again, he's exaggerating. He's lying. And I'm going to continue to move until we get the total ban on the total initiative relative to what we can do with more border patrol and more asylum officers.
What?
President Trump?
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either. If a Republican did that, they'd go to jail.
Thank you, President Trump.
The only person on this stage is a convicted felon is the man I'm looking at right now.
But he could be a convicted felon as soon as he gets out of office. He caused the inflation, and it's killing black families and Hispanic families.
There was no inflation when I became president. You know why? The economy was flat on its back. 15% unemployment. He decimated the economy. The only one who wants the war to continue is Hamas. We are the biggest producer of support for Israel of anyone in the world.
He said the only one who wants to keep going is Hamas. Actually, Israel is the one, and you should let him go and let him finish the job.
The only existential threat to humanity is climate change, and he didn't do a damn thing about it. He wants to undo all that I've done.
The Paris Accord was going to cost us $1 trillion. It was a ripoff of the United States. He never fired people. I've never seen him fire anybody. I did fire a lot. I fired Comey because he was no good. I fired a lot of the top people at the FBI, drained the swamp. They were no good. This guy hasn't fired anybody. He's the worst president in the history of our country. He's destroyed our country.
Presidential historians, they've had meetings and they voted who's the worst president in American history. One through best to worst. They said he was the worst in all of American history.
He will drive us into World War III, and we're closer to World War III than anybody can imagine. President Xi of China, Kim Jong-un of North Korea, all of these, Putin, they don't respect him, and he's going to drive us into World War III.
You want to have a war, just let Putin go ahead and take Kyiv, make sure they move on, see what happens in Poland, Hungary, and other places along that border. Then you have a war.
The only reason I'm here is he's so bad as a president that I'm going to make America great again.
We're the envy of the world. Name me a single major country president who wouldn't trade places with the United States of America.
There you go. Yeah.
It was fun to watch.
The one part when Trump was like, he's the worst president ever. And Biden's like, no, he's the worst president ever. No, he's the worst.
Yeah.
And they went back and forth like, I know you are, but what am I?
Yeah. Oh, there's been lists.
Oh, man.
There's been lists. There's scholars. Yeah. They've all said it. They've all agreed on it. They've all, and then you're the word. I listen.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what anybody else says. It's what you think. And it was enjoyable to watch from a comical point of view, but it's also sad for the state of this country.
Well, the interesting thing was it was on CNN, who, definitely does not like Donald Trump, but that was set up by Joe Biden's people and all that stuff. And, like Gio was saying, it's weird that they would set that up and have that out there. But CNN, prior to the debate, was talking about how Trump needs to do this and Biden's doing this and he's great and Trump's bad and he this. But then this was CNN's reaction after the debate.
See, I haven't seen this yet.
So this is interesting. Take a listen to this. Here we go. After the debate.
Minutes into the debate, and it continues right now. It involves party strategists. It involves elected officials. It involves fundraisers. And they're having conversations about the president's performance, which they think was dismal, which they think will hurt other people down the party in the ticket. And they're having conversations about what they should do about it. Some of those conversations include, should we go to the White House and ask the president to step aside? Other of the conversations are about, should prominent Democrats go public with that call? Because they feel this debate was so terrible. They do say, in moments in the debate later, the president got better and got his footing, but then at the end, even his closing statement was a little bit.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
And then there was the...
Do you think that if they go to Joe Biden and they say, Mr. Biden, we just don't think that you're strong enough to win, and for the sake of the country and the sake of the party, you need to step aside. Do you think there's any part of him that says, you're right, maybe I should step aside?
I think he goes, oh, thank God.
Yeah.
I don't want to do this anymore.
The rumor is that it's Jill Biden, the one that pushed him to run the second time.
I went to New Orleans for the first time in the 90s with Amanda, and we actually went to the Billboard radio conference or some nonsense over there. And Amanda and I were dating, so I thought it'd be cool and take her there. And neither one of us had ever been there before. And we went gambling that night at Harris Casino, and I won a bunch of money. At that time, I won like $2,000. It was like $2 million to me. And we're driving home. We take a cab back to the hotel. And I figured it took about 15 minutes to get to Harris. It should take about 15 minutes to get home. And it was a Friday the 13th. I'll never forget. We're driving down the road, and there's the lights of the casino. Then there's the lights of downtown New Orleans. And then it just starts getting dark on the highway. And I see signs from Metairie. And I was like, where are we? What is going on? There's no GPS yet. There's no Uber yet. I'm in a cab with an old man driving. And I lean forward and I say, hey, and he goes, yeah, I'm not I'm not too sure where we're at. I haven't driven in a while. And I go, okay. I go, but I see all the lights back there. We're definitely going the wrong way. And then I see a hotel on the right. And I go, why don't you get off? We'll go to that hotel and we'll ask them for directions. And in my mind, I was like, we were getting out there and we were calling another cab. We get off the highway and the guy goes to make a left and smashes into a concrete median. And I said, I'll tell you what, why don't you move over? I'm going to drive us back. And the guy looked at me and he said, I think that's a good idea. And I got in the car and drove us back to, here I am, 21 years old, never been to New Orleans. And now I'm driving a guy's cab back to the hotel. But when I looked at that guy and he was so defeated, he said, yeah, maybe that's a good idea. He had realized his days of driving a cab were over that night. And that's how I feel about Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to go talk to him today and go, you're probably right.
So CNN put up a poll, and this is from midnight last night, after the debate and stuff, and it had the results from the first debate back in 2020, whenever these guys had who won the debate, whatever. 60% said Biden, 28% said Trump. Second debate in 2020 was 53% Biden, 39% Trump. The first debate from 2024, which was last night, 33% Biden, 67% Trump. That people thought that won. Yeah.
Listen,
and that's from CNN too.
But let's be honest, okay? I like Trump. I think he's entertaining to watch. I was really looking forward to this last night. But the truth is that Trump just spills a bunch of BS too. I mean, if you're asking me which one of those guys I would rather have run this country, immediately the guy on the left. I'm taking Trump all day long. But it's not like he is so much. He just is he's better at speaking. He's better at performing. He's better, like, as a human being, an operable human being. He definitely is the one that up out of the two that were up there is the guy for the job, because you can't have the old whistling teeth. I talk every day for 4 hours, and there's times in the middle of my sentence I forget what I'm saying. I mean, that just happens. You have so much stuff built up in your head, and it doesn't always make it out the right way. So now make yourself 80 something years old and try to make that happen. It's just time. It's just time to step back and say, this isn't for me anymore.
You shouldn't be able to say, oh my God, I think the president just pooped his pants.
Yeah. And be reality of that.
You're right.
Yeah.
So this was an interesting tweet that I saw from Ben Shapiro after the debate. He said the real question you should be asking tonight is why the entire media and Democratic Party have been obviously lying to you for years about Joe Biden's mental incapacity.
Yeah.
And it's absolutely true.
Well, let me ask you a question. In all honesty, do you think Joe Biden is mentally incapacitated, or do you just think he's an old man? I can see the difference
those
between
are the same thing.
But here's the thing: is that the way Ben Shapiro is wording that, it's that they've been hiding the fact that he has got dementia or something like that. He's just a typical 80-something-year-old man.
He is a 80-something-year-old man who has had brain surgery, who definitely is cognitive is in a decline for sure, and that just happens with age. To the majority of people. My dad is 92. I love my dad. My dad should not be in charge of the country. He's a very intelligent guy, but he's definitely not as fast and sharp as he used to be. I mean, that just happens for sure. So we can't sit here and go, he's a nice guy, because we are close to World War III. There's a lot of stuff going on. That's bad news.
I agree with that 100%.
And I know he's not making all of the decisions, but he is our president. He is our representative. And it looks bad.
There is just a time where you go from being like, what'd you say? Excuse me, to and that's because you just get old, and I got to tell you, I think I'm pretty close to
No. One thing that I love is you're going to start seeing a lot of these headlines. MSN 7 hours ago. People with schizotypy personality traits will spread disinformation on the internet. So we're already being labeled as nutballs, anybody that doesn't agree with the mainstream media. And you were talking about the abortion thing earlier. I'm for abortion. I'm not against abortion. But I always feel like that's such a diversion from the reality of, like, there is no middle class anymore, and they're making it harder and harder to become middle class if you're lower class.
What does it have to do with abortion?
Because everybody's focusing on abortion and everyone's Roe v. Wade.
Here's why.
That's all.
But here's why abortion's an important thing, because it's if you're giving up a personal freedom for women, you're now, what is next is what you have to worry about.
I agree. And my argument to that is you're talking about one personal freedom, but if you take away people's money, that takes away all of their freedom to do anything.
Yeah, I get it. But what I don't think that you're being diverted by. I think it's on a basic level. women, first of all, don't want to be told by anybody what to do with their bodies, and guys like me who agree with that.
What he's saying is they're doing sleight of hand. They're going, hey, look at this.
But what I'm saying, it's still a major issue.
Yeah, of course, but it's never going to be that's too decisive or divisive of an issue, right? You still have all these religious nuts that are in political office, and then you have the opposite who just want you to be able to do whatever you want with your body.
And that is and abortion is a big issue as a female. But what Spanish is saying, and what I agree is, they're making it the top priority when there's so many other issues that need to be addressed before that.
Everybody ranks what's important to them different ways.
It's not a top priority.
Some people will vote for Trump just because they think he's funny. Like, everybody you rank what's important to you as far as like a politician on everybody's different.
I don't see the abortion issue as well, my wife's probably not going to need an abortion. My daughter, I have to worry about that for the future. I'm not looking at that. I'm looking at first of all, you should never be able to tell a woman what to do with her body. Second of all, what is it about me that they may decide that they don't want my body to do anymore?
I mean, they've already done that. What? They've already done that with COVID and the mandates and all that stuff.
But
you know what I'm saying? So
the more you give them, the more they take, and that's why it's one of the reasons why I've never changed my view on that. I'm never going to agree. I'll vote for Trump, but for the greater good of the country. But I don't think that his stance on abortion makes any sense.
You should never tell a woman what she can or can't do with her body. At what age? Ever?
At any age.
Okay, so a 13-year-old wants to cut her arms off.
No, I'm talking about as far as with the pregnancy.
Okay, pregnancy.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying, though? There's a lot of weird stuff.
Yeah, but look, you can't force someone to have a baby. You can't force a 13-year-old to have a baby if they become pregnant. You can't force a mother who says, I have no money and no resources to take care of this baby whatsoever.
That goes back to his middle class. That's the thing also is the middle class. If you're taking away the middle class and you're taking away the money, it doesn't matter whether you decide to have a baby or not because you have no food and you have no shelter and you can't even eat or do anything. So that baby's going to die anyways. Speaking of middle class, did anybody watch The Real Debate? With RFK?
I did not.
Where was that?
I didn't watch it, but I saw clips of it, and it was like they had the debate, and then they had him like in the third box.
Yeah.
And
really?
I guess he was like responding or pretending as if he was in the debate.
Yeah.
That's sad. Let it go.
It was really sad looking.
Awkward.
It was weird. So there you go. That's what's going on with the presidency, and we'll see what happens.
I think the Democrats want this.
Oh, 100%.
I think 100%. This is all set up. The fact that this was the earliest time a debate has ever happened in an election cycle, that definitely says something. Because usually,
give us enough time to replace it.
These debates happen in the fall. The earliest before this time was usually in September is the first presidential debate. Now
I didn't know that.
Now they're doing it now. Biden's people asked for this. I'm pretty sure they're the ones that set up the format, which the format definitely benefited Trump. I feel, because it kept him like controlled and not losing his temper.
Also, I believe in the fall is whenever they're having their golf match. So
I think the Democrats want this.
The National Football League has been hit with a roughly $4.7 billion verdict after a jury found that its broadcast models violate antitrust laws. A Los Angeles jury agreed with the fans who claimed they overpaid for an NFL Sunday ticket. The decision was reached after less than a full day of deliberations, could force the league to change its broadcast model that's made it the most popular sport league in the country. The 8-year-old legal battle centered on allegations that the league and its 32 teams conspired in violation of antitrust laws to allow the NFL to reach exclusive deals with broadcast partners for the rights to air out-of-market games.
Damn!
So whenever you're like, hey, I can't watch this game or do this game, and you got to pay and you got to join every damn thing in the world, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I remember the Bucks games used to be blacked out all the time.
Yeah, you never got to watch Bucks games.
You'd have to listen to the radio.
Yeah, it was awful. Bill, good morning. You're on the Mike Calta Show. What's up, Bill?
Hey, my personal views aside on the pro-life, pro-choice issue and all that sort of thing, I think it's ridiculous that the Republicans made the move they did and are making a stand they are because it is such a divisive issue. But let's remember the Democrats, the ones that are promising and have continued to promise since Roe v. Wade that they would keep it legal, they held the House, the Senate, the presidency, and the Supreme Court. in the 70s and in the 90s and the 80s. I mean, they could have codified this at any time they wanted, but they knew it was such a hot button issue that they didn't want to touch it. They're not going to make any changes. It's going to remain going back and forth. It's going to be split up amongst state amendments and constitutional amendments. It's just a hot potato, and anybody who thinks one side is really going to get what they think is right or wrong is just, can't see the forest for the trees. They're going to be so broke and having so many immunizations and all this stuff that it won't matter whether they can get an abortion or not. They've got to look at the financial side.
So Bill, let me ask you a question. Who are you supporting, especially after last night?
I can't imagine. I was listening to the radio one day, and somebody had a woman had called in. I don't know if it was your show or another show, and they're like, "What would it take for you not to vote for Trump?" And the woman said nothing, and he said, "What if we found out that he had abused his wife?" And she said, "I think that would. I don't know." And I teared up. I was so sad that somebody would say, man, I'm getting upset now, but that is the truth, man.
Yeah.
This country is, I mean, it just man, buying steaks. I make good money. My wife makes good money, and I go out to get steaks at just Sam's, man, a wholesale club. And I'm like, calling my wife, I'm like, maybe burgers are a good idea tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just ridiculous that and going out to eat, two people, me and my wife will get an appetizer, share an entree, and have a drink each. It's $1.40 in any sit down restaurant after you tip, man. It's just ridiculous.
It is,
and salaries aren't keeping up with it.
No, it is definitely a tough time for the middle class, as Spanish pointed out earlier. Bill, thank you for your call, buddy. I appreciate it, man.
And I saw a thing that someone pointed out, like everyone says, like you need a side hustle. You need that's the new term that we use, a side hustle.
Yeah.
No, it's a second job.
Second job, yeah.
Like no one can support themselves and their family off of one job anymore. It's not a side hustle. Everyone needs a second job, and it's just ridiculous that we're allowing them to gaslight us in this day and age by calling it something else than what it really is. It's we don't make enough money. And you have to have two jobs to be able to support yourself.
The politicians love this. Like nobody,
for sure.
Nobody's going to fix this. Trump's not going to fix this. Biden's not going to fix
Keeps
this.
them in the job.
They
it's
love
just
this.
the same thing with the pharmacy, the big pharma, whatever. They make the pills. They don't cure you.
Right.
They just keep you alive for a longer time, and all that stuff.
Everybody's divided on these issues, and everybody's fighting and pissing them on, and the politicians win. It doesn't matter what side you're voting for.
But things are getting serious because China owns more and more of our farmland here. They're building infrastructure near all of our bases here in the
and
States.
nobody cares. That's the problem.
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
and it's like people
it's a matter of nobody. It's not that nobody cares. Nobody knows what to do.
The politicians
There's no
don't care.
leader, but there's no leader saying, "Hey, this is not."
No,
I'll tell you
And
what
it's
you
not
do.
on news.
Start learning how to speak Cantonese. That's what you need to do. By the way, Bill, who I believe called before, you don't want to judge somebody immediately like that, but did anybody expect Bill to drop a codify on us?
No.
not at all.
Yeah.
It's funny because the accent, you're like, oh, in there, hey, man.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, boy. But Bill's an intelligent guy.
I was relieved to hear last night Trump said he did not bang a porn star.
Oh my God!
Which was the most bold-faced lie on the whole thing.
I thought that up until then that was always like a well-known thing. He did not bang a porn
Which,
star.
by the way, also not illegal.
No, but it wasn't illegal. It was just destroying. It was going after his character.
But that's what Biden was putting it into, a thing of the legal stuff that he did.
Yeah.
That he
My
banged
wife
for.
looked at me and goes, "He did bang the porn star," and I go, I go, yeah, he did, but I don't know if their position is he did or he didn't. Like I don't know what they've been maintaining.
But also, was she a porn star when he banged her?
Yes,
Define star.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Hey.
Porn actress, not
Lawyered.
star.
You just got lawyered.
And is she a porn star or just a stripper?
No,
I thought she was a porn star.
Yeah, she did porn. Yeah.
I did some research. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's great.
This show is so deep in the research. Thank you, Scott.
Always.
Amazon has announced that Prime Day 2024 will fall on July 16th and 17th. Everybody ready for Prime Day? Look for some of the stuff.
I bought a lot of stuff on Prime Day last year.
Some of the things that they say are going to be the best bets for deep discounts are Apple AirPods, the second generation. If you need a new 40-inch TV, HD, they have the smart TVs, the Vizio. Going to be doing that. Apple Watches, if you need 9 more Apple Watches, they're going to be a good one to go. Some of the Shark, the robot vacuums.
Oh, yeah.
That stuff. A lot of technology type stuff. Ninja air fryers. Oh, there you go for Love Tiger.
Yeah.
Apple MacBook. You've got different Bluetooth speakers. Carmen, I'm sorry. It's a handheld vacuum cleaner. It looked like a neck massager that you would want to pick up.
Yeah. They have a lot of like deals of the day and stuff when that comes up. I always get something good. I bought a portable air conditioning unit. That I've never even opened, but just to have in case the power goes out one time,
But I was gonna say, what I saw one time is that Amazon jacks up the prices before Prime Day, and then they just they put it on sale for the actual price of what it was selling at. So it's not even a deal at all.
Well, have you ever seen the sticker, the price tag, where it's like marked down and it's $19.99? You pull it off and it was $19.99. You're like, oh, all right.
Yeah, I mean, some of it's garbage, but if you dig through every once in a while, you find something good.
I don't want to ruin these for you, but they did just release a study a month ago about the Apple AirPods and what they do to your brain.
If you wear both of them at the same time.
These are not good. These are not good.
You see people wearing them all the time, too. Like anybody that works in a store or anything, they're always wearing them. And I'm like, are you just jamming out, or do people talk to you, or what's happening?
Essentially, you are putting your head in a microwave.
Is it specifically Apple AirPods, or is it any like earbuds?
So
Bluetooth.
Bluetooth is not good. Our bodies are not made for Bluetooth. Yeah,
you make me worried because I do so much stuff with my ears.
I know.
I'm surprised I can still hear. Between being on the radio for 20-some years, playing drums, going to Slayer, all these loud concerts and everything. But so I do wear the earbuds whenever I run, and I've seen those shock things that are outside and they go through your jawbone and do that. But now they have the clip-on speaker, which I don't think that's going to be any good. Like, I want my stuff loud.
I know. It's still the wireless signals going to your brain.
That's
Bluetooth,
the thing.
Anything.
Yeah, you just want a wired signal.
But isn't Wi-Fi like the same thing? Like Wi-Fi bad for you?
No, 5G isn't great.
RFK told me Wi-Fi makes me have Down syndrome.
Yeah,
or something,
5G
right?
is 5G is different. That was like the whole big deal during COVID.
Yeah,
but Bluetooth, they've actually done studies and have science backing that you're pretty much microwaving your brain.
If you have the Bluetooth headphones on, though, it does kill all worms in your brain.
That's true. Also, yeah, that is true.
Can I jump away for a second because I wrote it down and I want to make sure that I get to it. I yesterday was running some errands and doing some stuff, and I was hungry, and I was like, I want something to eat, and I happened to be right next to a restaurant, and I never heard of it before, never was in there before, but it had pictures and stuff on the front, and I go, I have not had a good Philly cheesesteak in a long time. And I'm like, I'm going to try this place out. And I went in there. It's a place called Lefty's. Do you know that place?
I do not.
I've heard of this.
So it's cheesesteaks, they have burgers, they have wings, a bunch of different stuff. And it's right, Carmen, you would know. It's right on Dale Mabry, right by the Five Below that's next to the Walmart
You
there.
would know, Porky.
I have seen this place, and I've wanted to try it. I've never been in there before.
So old Nan goes in. What do you recommend? Got the thing. Got a Philly cheesesteak with the onions and mushrooms and stuff. I don't like green peppers. No green peppers. Got the cheese sauce on there. And ate it in my car and called them to tell them how good it was. Yeah, because
order another one.
the guy that was in there seemed like he was owner, manager, something, whatever. And I called and I go, "Hey, are you the owner or manager?" And he was like, "Yeah." I didn't say which one, whatever. I said, "Hey, I was just in there. I just got the blah 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 this and that." And he was like, "Yeah," like waiting for me to be like, there was blah blah. I said, "This might be the best Philly I've ever had." He started laughing. He goes, "Oh, good." I go, "Yeah, I had to call and tell you." I go, "It's fantastic."
Yeah, and I think it's important to do it every once in a while.
Yeah.
I went to Alessi to order a cake one time, and they have a little side that cooks sandwiches and stuff, and I got a roast pork sandwich. Then I had to go back the next day to pick up the cake, and I went to the guy. I go, "Hey, I wasn't here yesterday. I got a roast pork sandwich." The guy did the same thing. He's like, "Yeah." I go, "Yeah, this is the best goddamn sandwich I ever had." And he's like, "Oh, all right, good."
Well, I mean, so many people complain. Not a lot of people give the compliment and stuff. Yeah,
also, we're just fat old guys. We're so happy when we get good food.
But a place called Lefty's, like, it was hot. It was good. Yeah. The bread was nice. You know what I mean? I got the curly fries. Curly fries were great. They weren't soggy at all. Like, everything about it was really, really good.
I'm looking at the menu right now.
Yeah.
And I have to tell you, I'm glad you said something because I pass that place all the time because I'm always at Five Below. Love Five Below. And I'm looking, their lunch combo, it is a Lefty Philly cheesesteak, small fry, and a drink. $9.99. Yeah. You can't even get that at a fast food restaurant.
Oh, no. Yeah. Here,
let's not take anything away from Burger King and McDonald's right now because they got that
Oh, by the
nugget,
way,
fries, and a burger meal for $5.
I got another one coming up that jumped into the war, by the way. We'll talk about that. But yeah, so anyways, it was really good. Carmen, I asked him, I go, how long you guys been here? He goes, about 2 years. I went, oh, all right. Well, I go by it all the time. Yeah, so lefties, good stuff.
Now Carmen's about to put him into another tax bracket.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Carmen, your enthusiasm about food makes me happy every day. It does. Like I've never, where I could be like, hey, there's Lotto, and there's, and Carmen's like, yeah, and then you're like food, and you're like, yeah.
Listen, it keeps me going.
Colorado Avalanche center Nathan McKinnon, who captured the Hart Trophy as the NHL MVP and Ted Lindsay Award for most outstanding player, is selected by the NHLPA at the 2024 NHL Awards. Heads the list of players voted for the 2023-2024 NHL First All-Star Team. McKinnon earned his first career berth on the first team, adding to a pair of second-team honors received in 2017, 2018, and 19 and 20. Flanking McKinnon on the front line will be Nikita Kucherov of the Tampa Bay Lightning on the right wing, who earned his third career first-team berth. Kucherov was the top choice on all 187 ballots at right wing, becoming the first unanimous NHL All-Star team selection in 22 years. Gooch. This is number one BS. That was so good. Yeah, so congratulations to Nikita Kucherov. And we're only, 4 months away, 5 months away from
I think they start playing in July.
Well, but October is when the actual game starts. So there is a photo going viral online showing two signs on the front door of a convenience store. I can tell you, I hate whenever somebody puts a sign up and says back in 5 minutes. Well, I don't know how long ago you left.
Yeah.
It drives me crazy. Well, one said closed for sex, and the other one said back in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Thank you. There's the sign up on Bo TV.
Closed for sex? Wait, what?
Closed for They're banging in the back, Carmen.
Why not?
This is at Lefties?
Huh? No, that is not Lefties. That's
too bad.
Different place. Yeah, different place. This was a convenience store. But 30 minutes, too. That's
a pretty.
I mean, in the convenience store, that's not too convenient.
No, it's definitely not helping you out if you have to get in there. But 30 minutes, nice little romp.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying, if you're in a convenience store, make it quick and dirty. Get out of there. Let's go. Come on. A drunk woman in Pennsylvania was arrested after crashing her car into an apartment building twice, and then trying to set it on fire by burning envelopes with a lighter. So she crashed into the apartment building and then tried to set the apartment building on fire.
Not her car. I thought it was her car.
Yeah, no, crazy.
Okay.
I have a hot or not for you guys.
Is this her?
No, this is a different one. Listen to all the facts here.
Okay.
In Minnesota, a recent candidate for District 6 Hennepin County Commissioner was arrested on suspicion of assault. Marissa Christina Simonetti, 30 years old, was arrested for fifth-degree assault and domestic assault after throwing a live tarantula during an argument with a renter. Okay, so she got arrested. She is 30 years old. Her name is Marissa Christina Simonetti. She is 30. She lives in Minnesota. She is a county commissioner, a candidate for county commissioner. Mike Calta, hot or not?
Solely based on the name Christina Simonetti, I say she's hot.
Yeah, Marissa Christina Simonetti.
Yeah,
so all
hot.
three.
Marissa,
You say hot.
Hot. Yeah.
Okay. Gio?
Simonetti, he's in Minnesota. Mm-hmm. No way.
Minnesota.
Nope.
There are some hot girls in Minnesota, or else they wouldn't have a population.
But they're not running for county commissioner.
That's true.
All right. So Gio says not hot. Spanish, what do you think?
I'm going to go hot.
You're going to say hot?
Yeah, I'm going to go hot.
Yeah, I think you most of the time. I'd say 99% of the time.
I got a lot of hope and optimism.
Yeah.
Also, he thinks fat girls are pretty, so.
Yeah, it's true, too.
Carmen, what do you think?
I think the three names makes her hot.
That
she goes by all names.
All right, so it looks like Gio's on an island.
All right.
Mike, Spanish, and Carmen all say hot. Gio says not hot. Pap, show me Minnesota.
Hot.
She's hot.
Yeah.
By the way, not only hot, mugshot.
Yeah.
Joe, show the other shot from her. Look at her there. Look at her there.
Yeah.
She is.
I let her put
hot.
a tarantula on me for sure.
She is definitely hot. Who's throwing spider? Who throws?
Who has a spider?
Yeah.
Who has a spider? That's the thing you got to think about. What is she?
Crazy. Throwing spiders. 5 Hour Energy just unveiled a caffeinated what? 5 Hour Energy has a little thing that you drink.
It's got to be like a alcohol drink.
I'll tell you, it's something for the summer.
A lemonade.
No?
Caffeinated donut.
That would make sense. Caffeine and lemonade. Donut kind of makes sense. Breakfast donut. You know, you got the protein waffles. We'll do an energy donut. Okay. Enema would be a little weird. All right.
You're not supposed to put the 5 energy there.
Yeah. The bottle's not that big. Make sure you take the cap off. No, 5 Hour Energy just unveiled a caffeinated barbecue sauce for the summertime.
Oh, what is that?
Each serving has 60 milligrams, which is like a weak cup of coffee. They're giving away 12-ounce bottles through their website. So if you want some 5 Hour Energy barbecue sauce.
Interesting, though. It is a good combination. A lot of recipes call for coffee.
Yeah.
I remember Ray Lampe. I watched some of his videos, and he was like, drinking a cup of coffee and then he just pours it on a steak before he puts it on the thing.
Yeah, see, well, the coffee, the taste, not just for the caffeine.
That's a little weird.
Yeah, a little weird.
The bitterness.
Welcome Taco Bell to the fast food value menu wars.
They're already the most valuable.
No, they're not. Taco Bell is
Mm.
super expensive.
The chain announced Thursday that it's entering the battle of the biggest deals ever. The Lux Craving Box is a collection of its four of its most popular foods,
Can I
including
guess?
Go ahead.
Burrito.
Yes.
Taco.
Well, specifically
Burrito Supreme.
Beefy five-layer burrito.
Okay. Taco.
Well, there's a couple different things.
Tell me, tell me.
Chalupa Supreme Taco.
Oh my God.
A beefy 5-layer burrito. A double stack taco. Chips with nacho cheese sauce. Plus a medium drink. All for $7.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's
$7.
That's great.
It's a 55% discount compared to if you bought all the items separately.
Yeah, because you know what a chalupa meal costs? 2 chalupas, a hard taco, and a drink.
You do.
Tell us, queen of the drive-thru.
I bet I know.
Go ahead, Gio. What?
$12.
Yes, $12.
Nailed
That's one time. Why? Because that's what you get every time. yeah, caught you.
And every time I think, damn, $12.
Yeah, Chad and I went there one time, and him and I spent $30 between the two of us.
By the way, I just imagine Gio a lot like Zach Galifianakis, where he's calculating all the numbers when he's playing blackjack. Gio's just got all the different menu boards in his head. He's figuring it all out. Burger guy likes tacos too.
I don't go through the fast foods enough to really understand. I mean, if I go, I'm going mostly for my daughter, who gets the same thing every time. She wants to get 6 nuggets. She's only going to eat 4, and she really just is after the Frosty or a shake. That's all she wants.
And also, you're so rich, so $30 on fast food doesn't seem like a lot to you.
Listen, I don't know where that kind of comes from. $30 on anything is $30.
Carmen, you'll be excited about this. Sticking with the food trend, today is National Food Truck Day.
Ooh.
So hit your favorite food truck. What's your favorite one? That one over on Waters?
Which one on Waters? I'm trying to think.
There's the one down from the Veterans right there. There's that one that's pretty good. You said there was one, I think it was in the AutoZone parking lot or something.
There used to be a Korean one in there. Yeah. There's one by my house that makes some of the best bean burritos. And right across the parking lot from it, there's a churro food truck that I've yet to try.
Carmen hits them both.
Oh, listen, I would need to because I haven't tried the churro one, but the taco truck, I always get bean burritos from there, and it's pretty good. And
there's a taco,
2 seconds from my house.
There's a taco truck over here that's really good too. Zool Tacos, I think it is. It's really good too. So
I always see
they Uber Eats.
Oh, the TNT burger. I always see that in Instagram.
I've been there.
Is that that's a food truck, right?
It is a food truck, but they have like a tarp tent out to it, so they have like a seating area, but it is a food truck.
Yeah, I see a lot of people leave the burger where you inject the cheese sauce, like right into the middle of the burger.
I had a regular burger from there. I have to tell you, pretty darn good. Yeah, it's definitely worth it. They have one that's like gold wrapped or something like that. Yeah, but good burgers.
If you travel north on 41 past Land of Lakes, there's a food truck little gathering over there. Did you know that?
Like on the left-hand side?
Yeah. I did not know that. We went and saw that the other day.
I never see people there, though. I just see the...
Evidently, they're a morning and lunch center.
Maybe that's what I'm driving by.
I guess there's one guy over there that's making a bagel sandwich in the morning. That's fantastic.
In Kissimmee, they have a food truck lot. a food truck like Village, and it's there like all the time, and it's like the biggest food truck meetup in the world or something like that. And there's just hundreds of food trucks all the time.
I feel like the container Village up here in Wesley Chapel should have been that and kind of fell short a little bit.
Yeah.
I think that's what they were going for.
Cool.
Yeah, it looks cool and it's a good idea, but it's just a bunch of like
a lot of coffee.
Places. Yeah, too much coffee.
Yeah,
right.
I see a lot of coffee. I'm like, how much coffee does one person need?
John Brennan checking in on text. He said, do you remember the trip down to Miami when we did the Radio Row down there for the Super Bowl where he said his Taco Bell order would cost him like $50 now?
Yeah.
I was amazed at a young JB hitting that and eating like 19 burritos. And I'm like, and then he got like more to go. I go, saddle down. What is going on?
So this...
punch an old lady in the throat for a burrito.
Oh, man.
So this isn't fast food, but this is inflation related. There's a guy who had an order from Walmart, and it was like an old pickup order from 4 years ago, and he said it was his monthly food allowance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
His monthly food order. It was about $170 for a whole month, and there's a reorder on it now. So he was like, I wonder what, from 4 years to now, what the cost difference would be. It went from $170 to $440.
That's insane.
Well,
Right.
yeah, I mean,
that's insane. Yeah, that's not like double. That's 4 times the amount in
Can
4
I tell
years.
you though? And we're guilty of Uber Eats a lot, but I grew up eating whatever we could. So, and I don't mean that like in a we just ate scraps, but we just ate what was cheap. You can still eat cheap. You can still eat dinner. I mean, you can make a good pasta meal every night for $4. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Carmen, a box of pasta is $2
for sure. Yeah.
A box of pasta, but you have no protein. You have nothing to go with it. Like you can't make a good meal. Like you can get full off of pasta, but you're not getting all the nutrients you need.
When I was a kid, old school hamburger helper was the best.
Oh, it was the best.
And it's not.
meat, though.
And that's not.
meat.
But you know how much a pound of meat costs now?
Yeah.
It's
I
not
don't.
cheap.
What is a pound of chopped meat?
It's around
I'm not testing you. I don't know the answer to that.
like around a pound, depending on fat contents, what you're getting. This about $7.
Okay, that still seems pretty cheap to me.
Yeah, you could stretch that out. Like that, what you're saying is obviously if you ate in instead of eating out, you're going to save a lot of money.
Right.
And you could stretch that out and because if you got ground beef or ground turkey or something like that, or even chicken, if you got those big bags of frozen chicken breasts or something like that,
you can buy
that with pasta or that with rice and cut up some vegetables in there.
You can buy a bag of rice the size of a bed pillow for like $8 and it'll last you for 6 months.
The issue is that it's more than just that now. Now it's if your diet is just carbs, now you're getting sicker and you have more. But I'm saying that's all.
And that's not the only thing. Think about this. So you're buying cheap meat. You're buying meat that's $7 because it's cheap. But we already know you should eat grass-fed because of all the hormones that they're putting in that cheap meat that you're buying. So now you're getting sick from eating cheap food, and now you have medical costs. It goes down the line.
Here's the thing, though. You're saying cheap, inexpensive food. You're better off eating inexpensive food that you make at home than you are by eating inexpensive or not quality food that you're buying from wherever.
I feel
100%.
Like if you gave me $20, I can make you a meal for 2 people at home that'll include a salad, a protein, something carb wise that'll fill you up, or a potato, I feel like
you'd be hard pressed with $20 for 2 people.
Yeah, you're cutting it close.
Yeah. You would be shocked.
I can get you chicken breast, and a potato, and a vegetable for $20. Maybe not chicken breast. Chicken. I can get you chicken.
I don't know.
That's the thing.
And is it real? And is it even real chicken?
Yeah. Is it all just rib meat?
Right.
Chicken breast. It's all just rib meat.
Listen, I'm not trying to say things aren't expensive. I get it; they are. But I just think that there are ways to survive where it's not like people are like, I don't know what I'm going to do.
I don't think that's the argument. The argument isn't that people will find a way to survive. The argument is now becoming the people that are learning how to survive are being kept in a place of survival constantly. They're not given the opportunity to make wealth. If you can't, the biggest way to create generational wealth in this country was to own a home. And that's becoming damn near impossible because companies like BlackRock and hedge funds are buying up all the real estate and they don't care.
And a lot of these, a lot of your food companies, a lot of your Walmart, stuff like that, they're blaming inflation and the pandemic Meanwhile, they're bringing in record profits.
Yeah, dude.
Like they've raised all the prices and like, oh yeah, well the pandemic and inflation, but
You're right.
They report their earnings and they're making record profits, and they're just using that as the excuse because people are just like, oh, I guess it was the pandemic. Oh, I guess it's inflation.
Yeah.
Let's vote Trump. Let's vote this guy. Whatever, you know.
Watch how I segue into this next story. You know who makes records and makes profits? What?
I won Sporcle, and I have a rule, and you guys didn't.
You forgot it. You forgot it.
There's no integrity.
By the way,
There's no
we all
integrity
knew-
on this.
No, that's not part of integrity.
Yeah.
You got to be the one that calls it out.
The chat was going nuts about
Yeah,
it.
Thank you.
I knew it for sure. I was looking at you guys, giving you eyes. I was like,
Thank you, Moose, for pointing it out.
oh yeah, thanks, Moose.
Moose, yeah.
You're on top of it.
What a
4
kiss
hours
ass.
later.
I almost hit under the desk.
A writer for Newsweek says that Taylor Swift is not a good role model for kids because of her serial dating, the way she plays the victim in all her breakups, and the hypocrisy of bashing the patriarchy while dating powerful men.
Oh, shut up. First, I saw this thing one time that says everyone bashes her for writing songs about her past relationships and making money off of it. But yet guys do it, and it's totally okay.
By
That's
the way,
what everyone's writing
people have
songs
been
about.
doing. Yeah, people. You're so
Love
vain.
stinks.
All that stuff. Yeah,
But everyone like makes her the villain for doing it because she's good at
Taylor
it.
Swift had she'd been playing since she was like, 12, 13 years old at fairs and doing all this stuff. And then got some fame and said, I wanted to be a big star and I want to do pop music, and country music turned their back on her and said, you will never come back to country music. And she shot him double birds and became the biggest celebrity in the world. So shut up to any.
Yeah.
I wish my kid could be a quarter of that.
Yeah.
In serial dating, it's not like she's
Everybody's serial dating in that age group.
correct.
A real
Serial
floozy.
dating is normal, and then on top of that, it's not like she's getting married and getting divorced. It's not like she has
Right.
multiple
No, she's
divorces or
sleeping around.
or
Yeah.
plenty of kids. So is every man her age.
Carmen, can I point out when you say serial dating, all I can think of is me dating Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yeah.
Hey,
Carmen, she has a song called "If I Was a Man, I'd Be the Man." And that's exactly what it's about.
yeah.
LeBron James' son, Bronny, was picked up by the Lakers as the 55th overall pick in the second round of the NBA draft. They are the first father and son duo to be in the NBA at the same time.
They were strong-armed into picking him. He
Yes.
said he's playing with this kid no matter what, if it means he has to leave the team. So some teams were like, Bronny, a sub-mediocre player in college, may actually be the first pick. And they didn't pick him in the first round at all. And then the Lakers said, okay, if he's there, or late in the first round, if he's there later when we have another pick, we'll take him. But we're not taking him with our first pick. And I think
they
that
took
was
him in the
smart.
second round.
His agent,
No one wanted him.
His agent was telling the teams that if they picked him before 55, where the Lakers picked him,
They'll get LeBron.
that he was going to leave and he'll go play in Australia. He was not going to play in the NBA
Right.
unless he was picked by the Lakers.
Right. So, look, this is completely by design. It is unfair to any. I mean, not that I care about it, Les, but I kind of think if I was a father, it'd be great to play with my son. Nothing as a father looking at Eddie Van Halen watch his son play bass in the band with his brother as well. It was he looked at that kid with such pride. I get it. You want to play with your kid, but it's a team sport and you got to do what's good for the team. What happens when LeBron retires? Do you think they're keeping Bronny around?
Yeah.
And now you're taking away that spot from somebody else. Because also think about this. This is basically kind of like in college when celebrities pay for their kids to go and be on the rowing team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like but you're taking away that spot from someone who actually deserves it.
By the way, I am late to the game, but did you see the Curb Your Enthusiasm episode with the chick from Full House? What's her name?
Yeah. Yeah.
It was one of the funniest goddamn things. Like how they convinced her to do that in the midst of all
But
this.
it was smart because
great.
it makes it funny and they're making light of it and then
was
passes on whatever. By the way, I was right because I called it, I don't know, maybe a month or two before whatever, JJ Redick, the head coach of the Lakers. Do you remember me saying he was going to be the head coach before everybody else?
Michael, if
you are the Trump of the show.
Yeah.
I'm the best at picking coaches.
I can tell you.
I eat shrimp faster than anybody else.
Listen to me. I can tell you which drummer's going to which band, and I
That's
can
true.
tell you who's
That's
going to be
true.
coach for the Lakers.
Let's say your son plays football in college.
Yep.
He goes, he's great. He's a starter. He's definitely going to be in the NFL. And during like the last couple of games, he has a massive heart attack and he can't play for the rest of the time. Then he comes back. Do you let him continue to play football?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't.
Ronnie had a massive heart attack.
Yeah.
And still.
That's wild.
Yeah, no,
Is
no,
that his dad's responsibility?
No, but I would think as
he's a grown man. He makes that decision
if
himself.
a doctor clears him to do it, that's fine. But I still wouldn't encourage it. I'd be like, look, we're already billionaires.
But
let it go.
also, it's different football to basketball because you're not getting drilled in the chest by a guy running full speed and doing that stuff. It's a different thing. Basketball, obviously cardiovascular, it's good for you. You're doing a lot of running and exercise and stuff.
But he already had a massive heart attack once playing basketball.
Right, but was it caused by basketball?
They won't let us know.
Yeah,
and
that's
also,
the thing. It may have just been a genetic thing or something that was wrong, whatever. But if a doctor goes in and clears it and stuff, I know you're shrugging your shoulders, but you didn't, finish medical school.
I did not. No, I did not. I don't know. That just seems so weird to me.
I think the big problem is, why are all these young 20-something-year-olds having heart attacks?
Yeah, sure.
Where did that come from? That's never been a problem. Heart attacks were something in your 50s.
I don't think that stuff gets publicized. I think it does more now than it was before. I'm not saying it hasn't upticked, but I think you're hearing a lot more about it.
I just read the Bronny story, and I was like, damn, like, what if he goes down again when he's playing with his dad, and now his dad is there holding his son, for the final month? Just crazy. That's how I
don't really care if he goes down.
Yeah, I think.
The original artwork for the cover of the first Harry Potter book just sold at auction for how much?
$18.
$18. A little bit more.
$10 million.
$10 million.
Damn.
$1 million.
$1 million.
$5 million.
$5 million.
100,000.
100,000. You said 18? $1.9 million. Almost $2 million.
For just the cover
original
of the
artwork
book?
of the cover of the first Harry Potter book. Yeah.
Harry Potter's massive.
Huge.
Yeah.
Massive.
I love Harry Potter.
It's great.
And then finally in news, summer is here. If you haven't noticed, whenever you walk outside, some ways to stay safe during the summer, potentially dangerous things that are related to summer, insect bites. Mosquitoes and ticks can carry different diseases like Zika and Lyme disease.
Yeah.
So be careful if you just get a bug bite. You're like,
what does Zika remind you of?
Zika, John Brennan.
Yeah.
John Brennan all day.
Doesn't want a little baby.
Yep. Don't want a Zika baby.
Doesn't want a baby with a little head. Dehydration and stroke. Heat kills more people each year than tornadoes, hurricanes, floods, or cold weather.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Dehydration is a big deal. If you get the dry mouth, or if you're really tired or anything like that. And also drink a lot of water and drink stuff that has like the sodium in it, Gatorade and that type of stuff. Because that keeps it in better for you. Sunburns, they can actually be deadly in the long run because of skin cancer. Sunscreen is a must if you're going out in the sun for any amount of time. Carmen knows that. She's fair-skinned. She puts on the sunscreen.
I have to tell you should get your kids checked for melanoma and for we took my daughter. My wife has the most adorable dermatologist. We took my daughter over there to get checked out. She had a little bump on her arm that they had wanted to check out. And I was like, it's a freckle. Let it go. So the doctor looked at it and said, it doesn't look like it's threatening. We should keep an eye on it, or we could just take it off. And I looked at my wife. I go, let him keep an eye on it. And she goes, I think we should just take it off. And I go, of course you do. If I would have said the opposite, you would have said the opposite. Yeah. So they give my daughter a shot, and they cut it out of her arm, and they send it off to get checked out. Damn if they didn't come back and say that was dangerous and it could have become something bad. Yeah.
Oh, really?
So, I'm very light on those sort of things, but you can't. And thank God my wife is, because you really can't. In this sun, you don't have to be hanging out at the beach. You literally can be walking in your car. It's strong enough. Go get yourself checked out once a year. And it's all they do is look at you and take off whatever doesn't look like it belongs. And even though my wife's got a hot dermatologist, I still took my shirt off and was all fat and let her go look at my body to make sure there was nothing there. And they pulled that giant skin tag off.
When you go to the beach, also remember, you don't have to be directly in the sun to be getting sun.
Yeah.
You can be under a tent and still get a tan and still get sun and not be directly in it, which is less harsh on your skin.
And the big thing about it too is now they sell those shirts, like those fishing shirts that are SPF whatever 60 or something. You can just wear. They're light and easy.
Where were those when I was a fat kid wearing a t-shirt at the beach, man? I could be like, oh, it's a sunblocking shirt.
Speaking about being on the beach and swimming and doing that stuff, it's happened to everybody. You thought your wife was watching the kid. She thought you were watching the kid. The kid's in the water, different stuff. Drowning. More than 4,000 people drown every year. About 20% of them are kids under the age of 14. Here's a good tip for you. They say, don't get your kid a green or blue swimsuit or anything like that. You want something bright orange or yellow so you can see them in the water in case they go in the water and they go under or anything like that. Yeah,
I would have never thought of that.
Think about that though. Think about how something 3 feet away from you can disappear if it's the same color. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Ooh.
So a neon color, something like orange or yellow or something like that.
Easy
is
for
good.
sharks to see too.
Yeah. Well. And then finally, food poisoning. It's more common in the summer, partially because people handle raw meat while they're grilling and doing stuff, and don't always wash their hands. Spanish.
Always.
Get away from that
Telling you,
barbecue.
right in the bowl, baby.
You and Joe both shouldn't be near that barbecue. He's trying to steal it, and you're trying to get poop burgers. I don't want to eat poop burgers. That is it for news.
Ooh, you guys said you would help me on Monday.
Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe on Sunday I'll cook a brisket.
Hell yeah.
Right.
Very exciting, Michael. Thank you.
I'm just telling you right now, at 8:13 in the morning on a Friday, I'm still 100% committed to going to see Horizon today. Everybody else telling
I'm
him?
down. I'm
Yeah,
down.
I know Galvin's in. I know Galvin. Galvin's gave the Galvin commit already.
Yeah.
I really want to go, but I am really tired.
Well,
Now
I
you're
am
going to
falling
make
out.
it weird. Now it's
Yeah,
just
now
me
it's
and
just
Mike.
me. We got a seat with a seat between us.
Why are you so tired, Spanish?
Because I couldn't sleep after the debates. I fell into too many rabbit holes of what's happening in the country.
Yeah.
Gio's out. Spanish is out.
I was never in.
I was never in.
Joe?
Yes, Michael. I'm along for the ride. Whatever we do is fine.
You got to ask the pants' permission?
No. Why
Good
would
luck-
I ask?
good luck
why
getting
would
home.
why would I need permission from the pants?
Listen, I don't know. They're running things over there.
Because
weird,
I
Joe.
would imagine they wear the pants.
Yeah.
It's weird, Joe, because I thought I'm going to hang out at the condo this weekend.
Yeah.
I was going to see if you wanted to come and hang out. But you can't now because you got a family.
Yeah.
I mean, I got to bring the pants with me.
I go, no.
Oh, too many pants.
Joe plus 4.
What?
Yeah. that
Joe
ain't
plus
gonna
pants.
work. That ain't going to work at all.
All right.
Very lonely. I'm a very lonely weekend this week.
Are you going
No,
to come
that's
out to
not true.
Riveters on Saturday night?
Yes.
No way.
I don't know why you have to be so mean.
I mean, I'll be there from 9 to 11.
What are you doing tonight?
Don't talk to me like that.
Oh,
So aggressive the way you said it. He's like,
Horizons.
well, that's today. It's over.
Yeah, and then he's going to go over to the condo and
think about Cowboys.
And
All
then
right.
we'll
All right, that's
see him
fair.
again on Monday.
I could bring over some cap guns, some 6-shooters.
What?
Yeah.
Hey,
What?
I know.
I don't know. This whole thing's getting screwed up now.
I'll just bring one pants, Michael.
No.
No?
No, it's just me, you, and Teabag sitting around looking at each other, playing Ouija board.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds like a nice time.
I think I'm gonna be a loner this weekend. But I am going to Horizon today. I'm not backing out of that.
Horizons, yes. Disney World, no.
No, Disney World, no. It was a pipe dream on Disney World.
All right.
Riveters.
Yes.
Riveters is probably.
Probably.
If
that's a no.
you're in Clearwater,
Well, but that's the thing. I think I might be coming back. I think I might go to Riveters and then come here.
That's a haul.
So it's just one day at the condo.
Yeah, maybe.
Got to watch the storm roll in.
Yeah, there are going to be storms this
Yeah.
weekend.
There's no way.
Lightning.
I have a PlayStation over there. That's all I do is just play PlayStation.
Yeah.
But you have a PlayStation at your house.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know why you got to treat me this way.
What?
I have a window over there. I got a sofa, TV.
All right.
Some birds out there. You know?
So we are going to Horizon. No,
I see different birds out on the trail, and I go, "Oh, Mike would be so excited."
Right?
Yellow belly sapsucker.
Oh.
Yeah.
Look up here. That's great, dude.
I'm in for Disney World.
Oh,
Wait a second. Gio's in the mix now. We're talking about it. Well, guys, it doesn't look like just a. Think about it. If we go together, it looks like father-son or a real weird gay couple.
I mean, either I feel is acceptable.
All right, I'll go if we could go there and act like a gay couple.
I'm telling you right now. Either way, if you propose, it's not going to happen. They'll shut it down.
If we can go and wear rainbow and mini ears, I'll go.
Yeah.
Disney loves that.
Right? Yeah.
We fit right in.
Build our lightsabers together.
It's
My
Pride Month,
daughter
right?
hasn't asked to go to Disney in a long time, and I looked at her. I looked at my wife the other day, and I go, "Can we go to Disney soon?" And she was like, "Yeah, whatever you want." I was like, "Okay." Just me. Nobody else wants to go except for me.
My family, they always want to go to Universal instead.
I mean, I love Universal, but we just go there more often. That's why I'm saying, like, I mean, we have annual passes for Universal. We go there a lot. I just want to go. We haven't been to Disney in forever.
Yeah.
I want to go to the countries. I haven't done Epcot in a long time.
I feel like I'm living a wish life. And when I say wish, I mean wish.com, where I'm like, we could go to Vegas and we could go to Hard Rock. We could go to Universal. I think there's like a fair in town. You know what I mean? Like, I'm very much just easy peasy.
Yeah, we got Busch Gardens.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's weird that I don't go to Busch Gardens.
By the way, have any of you been to Aquatica?
What's that?
No.
The water park over there?
At Busch Gardens.
No,
over in Orlando.
My kids have gone. They love it.
Oh, it's fantastic.
They said it's awesome.
I was telling JoJo about it the other day because she had a video of her daughter and they were at some park. And I guess that's right by her house, she said. I said, go to Aquatica. It is a lot of fun because they have a lazy river that's not that lazy that goes around like the whole thing. And that's how you get to different places. You just jump in the water and go,
take it to the other thing.
And go over to the other side. Yeah, and it's got a bunch of different cool stuff.
Busch Gardens has a water park, and that's even great.
I've not been there.
What is Aquatica? Is that the Universal one? Or
No,
is
it's
that
over by SeaWorld.
SeaWorld.
Yeah,
What's
SeaWorld
the one?
owns it.
What's SeaWorld? What's Universal?
Volcano Bay.
Volcano
Oh,
Bay.
yeah.
That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool, except I had explosive diarrhea.
Yeah.
While I was there, so-
I don't do water parks.
Not the water
I don't
park
really
thing.
either. I don't like the slides and all that.
I don't like to stand there in line. I'm dripping wet. Some guy's wet ass is in front of me because we're on a
But
flight of
they don't
stairs.
do that
Sanitary.
anymore. You schedule your appointment
Yeah.
on your phone, and then when it's time, especially at that Volcano Bay, when it's time, it gives you a little jingle, and then you go, so you're not waiting in line.
Just bring your phone onto the slide.
No, you don't bring your phone. You have a
the
wristband, you
You're right.
idiot.
All right.
Well, don't bring your phone in the water. Yeah, no crap.
The last time I went to Adventure Island, I got stuck in the slide.
You did?
Burger guy.
I hadn't been to a water park since I was like probably, I don't know, like 19 and stuff. And I got into the slide and then I just like stopped mid slide. And I'm like, what is going on?
That's so sad.
I had to like push to do one of these to get going again, let the water build up. And then I came down. I told my wife, I'm like, I'm done. I'm going to go lazy river.
My son and I, when we were at Aquatica, and he was younger, and he goes, let's go on that. And it was like, he pointed, and it's just the highest point in the sky. And I'm like, you want to go on that? And he's like, yeah. So we go up there, and it's one of those ones that you get in, you cross your arms, and you're standing, and the floor drops out, and it goes. I go, you want to go first? You want to go second? And he goes, I'll go first. And then he goes, okay. Goes down. I go down. It's so fast and so much water went in my face. I'm, and then it stops, and I get up, and I look at him, and I go, do you like it? And he goes, it was a little too much. And I go, that was way too much. I go, that's great. I go, let's never do that again.
Yeah, I'm glad my kids are big babies like me. They don't ever want to go on. Joey's been on like Hulk and all those rides, but he doesn't love them, you know?
Oh, I love roller coasters.
Me too.
Getting stuck, not fun.
Oh, I'm sure.
I mean, I was looking around.
Probably not
thinking,
fun for the people behind you either. They're like, look at this guy. Get him out of the way.
Looking, waiting for people to come. Like, is somebody going to come help me, or what happens now? And someone going to come. Finally, I just started scooting slowly.
That's so funny. There was something that happened. I had an argument, like a verbal argument with a guy. That wasn't a big deal, but I was like, keep it up and I'll smack you right in the mouth, like one of those things. And then I talked to Joey and I go, sorry. I go, that guy was just, and he goes, no, yeah. He goes, I don't care. You're right. And I go, I'm not that kind of guy. I can't walk away from that. And I go, he goes, no, I didn't expect you to. I go, well, is there ever a time where you were like, God, my dad's a pussy? Because I would imagine that guy's kid was like, that guy just told him he's going to smack him, and my dad didn't say anything. Like that would make me feel really like I've never seen my dad be on the on the run from anybody. My dad pulled his gun out before, like I've grown up with that. So like I said to my son, is there ever a time where you were like, God, my dad's a pussy? And he goes, and I go, what? Yeah. And he goes, when you didn't go on roller coasters, I thought that was a little weird, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm sorry." I go, "I can't even change that. It's never happening." I'm a huge pussy when it comes to that.
I can't wait for you to mouth off to some 30-year-old guy, and he just give you a 2-piece chicken dinner and knock you out.
30?
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to happen 18 and a half. Listen, I'm not mouthing off to anybody anymore. I apologize. I'm sorry, sir. Look, I know my position in life now, Galvin. I don't want to fight with anybody. I watched a guy yesterday. On a video getting a fight with a guy on a motorcycle. The two of them went at it at a gas station, and just two fools pushing each other and not knowing how to throw a punch and all that. I know what I'm going to look like when I fall down on that video camera. No. There's no way I'm fighting with anybody. I will tell you right now, if I get a, hey, what are you doing? You're going to get this from me. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. My bad.
I just, whenever the guy hit you hit the back of the guy's car and he did whatever, and you're like, relax and yelling, relax. I'm just waiting for hey, you like,
oh, no. Yeah, I that guy was just, I apologize. I got out. I'm sorry. It was my bad. Yeah, but what if I wasn't here? No. I go, all right, settle down now. Yeah. Okay. You were fine for a second. I apologize. What more you think you're going to get out of me?
Yeah, I love whenever you say sorry. You're accepting responsibility. It's your fault, and they keep going. Well, I'm not some pussy that you can push around. Right. I already said sorry.
Right.
Look at Jen Epstein up there just dancing around in the water park. She was all wet in shorts and
she's at Adventure Island today.
Oh, is she really?
Yeah, she's filling in for Charlie.
She's been looking good. I didn't like that hairdo that she had before. It was just like gold at the bottom. No, she looks good now.
Umbra. What is it called, Carmen?
Ombre.
Yeah.
I didn't like the ombre. I like the
ombre.
Charlie's up here. They go to like the corn dog factory. Jen Epstein fills in. They go to Adventure Island.
Dude, they put her in the water.
Listen, the producer knows what he's doing. Hey, get a tank top on. Get in the water.
Yeah.
You get Caitlin Lockerbie in the water, and we'll switch over to Channel 10.
All right.
Now. All right, we got to take a break. Our phone numbers, if you want to get through, 727-579-1025 or 800-771-1025. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 1025 The Bone. A couple of weeks ago, Pearl Jam was on Howard Stern show, and there was something else on there, and I just was like really crapping on Stern. Just terrible interviews. It was just a waste, and it bothered me, and it was no good. But I watched his interview with Kevin Costner. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Anybody see that?
I saw clips of it. I didn't see the whole thing, but is it fantastic because of him or because of Costner?
Interesting. It's exactly what I said to myself. Am I just in love with Kevin Costner? Is that the problem?
Yeah, could be.
No, Howard really navigated the interview really well, and Kevin Costner is extremely interesting. The reason he's doing this movie and the way he's doing it, and in 3 parts or 4 parts, whatever it is, and the fact that it's 3 hours long and all that, is his dedication to what he does. He wanted to direct and star in Schindler's List.
Yeah.
And Steven Spielberg was like, I think I want to direct it. He flew across the country and auditioned for Schindler's List in Steven Spielberg's kitchen while wearing a bald cap. And Steven Spielberg at the end still said, I think I'm going to direct this. I think I'm going to go. And he said,
thanks for coming with the bald cap. That was hilarious.
But he said, he goes, you can't be a struggling actor and not try to do things. He goes, I wanted that. I went after it with a bald cap, and I flew across the country to audition in his kitchen. He goes, you have to put yourself out there, and you have to do those sort of things. I thought that was pretty interesting. And
what was the craziest audition story you ever heard about? I know what it is. My number one that you hear, and you always hear about this, that it was crazy that they did this, that this person did this.
I don't know.
It was for Catwoman.
Oh, yeah.
And it was, what is her name? Who was in No Way Out with Kevin Costner?
Sean.
She was Finkel from
Sean.
Finkel's Einhorn.
Finkel's Einhorn.
Yeah, what was her name though?
She was in that sci-fi movie too.
Big old Mr. Knish.
She's nuts.
Sean Young.
Sean Young, yeah. Sean Young, who wanted to play Catwoman and showed up to the director's house or something in full like Catwoman outfit and stuff.
Crawling towards him.
And they were like, what? No, you're not going to be Catwoman. Yeah. But, different director. Maybe they go, that's unbelievable.
Yeah.
That she's famous movie actress, and she went out of her way to do that, and she really, won me over. Or
I remember reading
called the Animal Catcher.
Luke Perry from 90210. He auditioned for 90210 with very little experience, but he got the part because when he was done, what's the producer? Aaron Spelling was in the room, and he goes, Aaron Spelling. He goes, can I bum a cigarette? And he gave him a cigarette. He goes, at least I could say I bummed a cigarette off Aaron Spelling, and he got the job.
You liked it. Yeah, that's just a little thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's those sort of things. But Costner talked about Yellowstone and the reason why he's not on Yellowstone anymore. And I didn't know what it was. You know what it was? I thought it had to do with his divorce and all that stuff. It's just because they wouldn't work around his schedule. He's like, I can't. He goes, I can commit to doing the show for 3 years. He goes, but then I need to do other stuff. I need to do movies. I got a lot of things going on, and they couldn't work out the deal. So he was like, all right, I'm off. And he's like, show can fully continue without me. I think so. I think he's not. I think his now the legacy that he's left behind on that show, the show can operate without him with the daughter and there even could be room for a new character.
I don't know. It kind of jumped the shark for me.
Having to wait so long for a show.
But also, I can only suspend my reality for so long where, oh, she's so tough and this and that. They're killing 90 people and nobody cares. And it's like, all right. After a while, I go, okay, it was good. And now I think I'm done with that show.
That's Sons of Anarchy. Sons of Anarchy was a really good show, and but they were just in the small town in California, just killing cops.
But that just shows you why Seinfeld was so smart. Seinfeld, the biggest show in the world, the biggest comedy, they were offering him so much money. I mean, just tons and tons of money. And he goes, listen, I'm a comedian. I know about timing. This is when we get out. And we leave it at the top, and we're the greatest. They go down as the greatest. You don't want to be like, the first 5 seasons were great, but 6 and 7 was terrible. You know what I mean? You don't want that.
And worse for Seinfeld is he can never do anything again because it'll always be compared to Seinfeld.
But he can do other stuff.
Oh, I mean, like sitcoms.
Yeah, for sure.
He can never do another.
Well,
sitcom.
you saw, everybody else from Seinfeld that tried to do sitcoms after that. It really didn't work. Although Julia Louis-Dreyfus, who had New Adventures of Old Christine, that was decent. But Veep was great. But I think there was enough time in between there.
Well, Vince Gilligan, who created Breaking Bad, he said he easily could have squeezed out, another season or two. He's like, but I knew I had to tell a story, and this is the amount of time I knew how to tell it. And he's like, and that was it.
And he went in with the beginning, middle, end. Yeah, he was like, here is the entire series. Here's how it works. By the way, did anybody ever see the email that Anthony Hopkins wrote to Bryan Cranston?
No.
Yeah, how would you like to be an actor and have Anthony Hopkins write you an email? He said, I am up. It's like after midnight here in Los Angeles. And he goes, I just finished the full series, whatever. He goes, I watched it all in probably 2 weeks. He goes, I love it. He said, you are one of the greatest actors I've ever seen. Like, just kept on giving him all this praise and stuff. Could you imagine you're an actor and Anthony Hopkins says that to you? You'd be like, I mean, you'd print that email out and wallpaper your whole house with it, right?
Can I ask you a question, though?
Yeah.
Do you ever stop to wonder, like, how do celebrities know each other's email?
He actually said it in there. He goes, I got it through my agent. He goes, I understand we're represented by the same agency and stuff. So
I bet their agents could reach out and get it though.
Sure, yeah. If your agent goes, they're with CAA. Let me reach out to Bill over there, and then Bill, hey, we got this, and then
my agent never gets me.
Oh man, I guarantee if he put some work into it, Tony could get you Eddie Vedder if he put some work into it. You know what I mean?
Getting me his email or getting him on the show?
Getting him in your house. Top down.
I'll take any of the above.
No, just get him. Just pull up with the van. Eddie Vedder's in the back.
Tony did give me Cat Stickler's email.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Which is, Tony's best power move for me.
Yeah.
Do you remember this?
Tony's best power move for you. Not sure. What do you got?
We're doing afternoons, and there is a screening of the new Superman movie. And I can't get in the screening, a free screening, and I can't get in. I'm dying to go see this movie. I want to go. Tony called over to the theater. You're all set. They're waiting for you. Just ask for Bill. He's the manager. They'll take your out. I was like, all right, now we're talking.
Oh yeah, was that Man of Steel?
Yeah, no, that was.
You know what he did? He went, Bill, here's my credit card number. He just bought you tickets. He's like, Mike's gonna think this is cool.
Smooth move.
Yeah.
Listen, I got you into Avengers. I didn't get these guys, but I got you.
Dude, that was great. Is that why you don't want to go to the movies today? You have flashbacks?
No, I don't mind that. I mean, as much as it did hurt my heart when we got there and the lady was like, not you. And Jill was just like, not you. See you later. I get it.
I was not going to go in. And Mike goes, I'm going in. I don't know about you guys.
I just imagine Spanish in like little Daisy Dukes and a cowboy hat with his cap guns and you and I walking in the door and just the lady turns and goes, not you. Close the door, like, not again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a sad drive home with me and Joe because I was so excited to see that movie. Excited.
I didn't even think about you guys after you left.
He went right to sleep. Didn't even think about it.
I can still see the smile and excitement on Spanish's face when he came walking in the door. He's like, "Yeah, we're seeing Avengers like a week early."
Yeah, I was jazzed.
Can I tell you what your height is an issue?
Oh
no. I feel like no matter what you dress like, you still look like a little boy.
Oh yeah, I get that. Yeah.
And I'm not insulting
That's
you.
okay.
I'm saying like
This is not an insult, you short little idiot.
Yeah.
I did not call you short or an idiot.
Yeah, I know.
Spanish.
Listen, I got this sweet boyish look still, so that's all right. Yeah.
But you would, I like when you said that, I pictured him coming in his plain colored shirt with his shorts, and he's like,
he was so happy.
Yeah.
Had a collared shirt on.
Didn't you say the ashtray mustache kind of throws it off a little bit?
Yeah, I get that.
It's gross, but I get it. Yeah, it's I don't know.
I can't help it.
No, you just look like a little kid that's been
No.
eating powdered donuts.
Dude, I love powdered donuts so much. They are delicious.
Have you ever thought about dyeing your beard?
No, I'm never going to do that.
I bought Just for Men comb and dye one time, and I
Yeah.
looked at it in the box. I thought you just like pulled it out and went. Doot, doot, doot.
Yeah.
Then you got to mix it up and how light, and I was like, well, whatever.
They have it
Only because I
spray
had
now.
like one white patch. and I
They
was
have
like,
the gonna wash that gray right out. Don't they have that? The stuff that washes like just the gray parts
yeah,
out?
I don't know. I know what you're talking about. I know the song, but I don't really care.
Just for men?
Just for gray.
Just for Men was the one that I bought with the beard thing.
I think they have some sort of like shampoo that you just put in, and I guess it gradually takes the gray out, whatever.
I didn't care, but I just had a weird white patch that I kept seeing in pictures, and now it's all white, so I don't care.
Yeah. It is a little weird sometimes because I'll see myself on the YouTube page, and every once in a while it looks like I have a Hitler mustache because it's all gray and white, and it's like dark in the middle.
I said to my wife yesterday, I go, "Is it weird for you?" And she goes, "What?" I go, "That when we were dating, we were kids, like when we first met. Like we've been married 22 years, but we've dated before that too, you know." And now you're married to an old man who wears glasses and takes the steps one stair at a time. I go, do you ever look at me and go, how did this happen? I'm married to an old man.
By the way, Carmen, you missed the old man in here during the break.
What'd he do?
We were in here during the break, and Mike is leaned back in his chair with his arms crossed, just kind of sitting there. And there's, I guess it's raining out, and there was some thunder and stuff. And Mike goes, "What did you say, boy? That sure is some thunder."
Something like that. Yeah.
He goes,
That's
"Boy,
some thunder."
Yeah, he goes, "Boy, that's some thunder." And I go, "Is it, Grandpa? Tell us more." I go, "How old are you?"
It was loud thunder. It was taking me by surprise.
Storm's rolling in.
I wish I had one of those vests to wear like the dogs have.
Like I was just waiting for him to be like, "That's some thunder." I remember back in 1934.
It's rolling
I haven't
in.
seen thunder like this since 1927.
My knee's acting up. There's an earthquake coming.
Yeah.
When I was walking to school up the hill.
Both ways.
Yeah.
Dude, I have those stories.
Yeah.
My school. If you walk to the front of my house, turn right, you could see the biggest public school in Staten Island. It was right there, 5 houses down. Where did I go to school? 8 miles the other way.
Oh,
and I had to take two. Because if I would have went to that school, I never would have went.
Okay.
They didn't care if you went or you didn't go. The Catholic school, if you were there like a minute late, they're calling your parents.
It's the worst.
Yeah.
I lived a block away from my middle school, and my grandpa would come and pick me up every morning and drive me.
Why couldn't you just walk there?
Well, he wanted to make sure I had breakfast and everything like that, and then plus I was his sweet baby angel.
Too much hippie crack on the streets.
Nope,
Got to keep her away from the hippie crack.
Not where I live, but
sorry.
he just loved me and he wanted to see me every day, so he would just come pick me up and bring me breakfast. And
We tell you about the thunder rolling in.
Yep.
It's funny because like you grew up. Were you in the city?
No, I mean I grew up in Staten Island.
Staten Island, but I mean, was it like busy area where you lived, or did you live? You didn't have.
Yeah,
like
I didn't live in a country area by any means. I
Yeah.
lived in a city.
Did any of you guys live in like a country area? Carmen, I imagine you kind of
yes.
lived. Yeah,
I lived in the country.
So I lived where I grew up. St. Charles was the town, but I lived, west of that, and I lived across the street was just cornfields as far as you could see.
Yeah.
We lived on an acre of land. Some of the other places weren't even developed in our neighborhood yet. So, like, we would ride our bikes everywhere and our motorcycles and everything. I mean, it was no big deal for me to ride my bike into town that was 12 miles away.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was just wild. And we would get on our dirt bikes and ride. I'd be gone for the entire day.
Yeah.
Like at 10 years old or whatever, it just gone.
Hell yeah.
Joey is almost 18 years old. He drives. He's got credit cards and all that stuff. And last night I was like, hadn't seen him for like an hour. I'm like, you good? And he's like, yeah, I'm just getting dinner. I was like, all right, just checking. Like, I don't know how my mother would be like, all right, I'm going to work my second job. See you guys later. And we would just be gone.
Yeah.
I mean, we'd
It
be
is
on
a
city
different
buses
world.
and trains and, just riding around doing
Yeah,
stuff.
like I think about that. Like, what's more dangerous, do you think? You being on city buses and doing that, or me just out in the woods or who knows where?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, really, if I think about it now, it was very little danger. It was just a matter of me walking around doing with nothing, and the amount that we traveled is far from our house. Like we were the other side of the island for no reason, you know, and then just make sure you're back home by 6 o'clock.
We never had dirt bikes, but we had go-peds, which I loved riding on the go-peds.
What is a go-ped?
It's like,
Oh, go-ped's just like a razor scooter with a motor on the back.
Oh, yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah. But it's not electric.
Had a
It was
gas tank like that big, like a fishbowl, just and
then some people get the Bigfoot ones, so it'd have like the big fat tires, but the hardcore people wouldn't have those. You had the little tires, and you'd hit a rock and smash your face into a million.
and that's the other thing too. Is it just I'm out riding a dirt bike just all over and just done. You're done. I broke my ribs and my leg, and I can't move. And now this is where I live. I guess
this is my life now.
Some homeless guy just comes and gets me.
I saw that Sean was on the line earlier, but I didn't get a chance to go to it. Who's working on Love Tiger's pool?
Oh, they are actually doing stuff?
I mean, he's trying to clear it out before they could do anything. You know what I mean? Because one guy said he would donate a pump, and the other guy, but they were trying to get it to be clear before they can drain it. You know?
Because I mean, even if they don't like fix it, just draining it, because that can't be good to like breathe in.
Yeah, but also all that tiger poop in the bottom.
Exactly.
There are no tigers in there.
I'm the only tiger.
The thing is that Love Tiger hit me up, and he's like, they say it's going to cost like $1,500, and I go, okay. And then he's like, we should do a GoFundMe. I go, go ahead. And then he's like, we should start a foundation like the Calta Family Foundation. I just stopped talking to him.
The Tiger Family Foundation?
Yeah. And then he went to my wife. And he hit my wife up, and my wife said, Love Tiger said we should start. And I said, we should start a foundation. She goes, yeah. I go, he said it to me too. And I go, just ignore him. And she goes, no, I wrote back and I said, I don't think you know how the foundation works. Foundation's to give other people money, not to give you money.
Can we, for the love of God, please start Dumb Cat Rescue? Dude, right?
Genius.
And just Love Tiger's face painted up like a tiger.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Oh, Dumb Cat
genius.
Rescue. Oh, that'd be so great. Listen to me. If we put his face, don't we know an airbrush artist? Don't we know somebody that does the face painting? Didn't you
sure
know
we
somebody?
do.
I thought you knew a girl.
Well,
I swear
Hoppy's girlfriend does face painting.
That's who it does.
That's-
yeah.
yes.
So we get her. She paints up Love Tiger's face. We take a picture. We put it on a T-shirt. Whatever he sells, he gets the money.
I'll do that.
Right?
I'll do that. Dumb Cat Rescue. I'll do that.
That would be so great. You don't have to buy it.
Yeah.
It's just there available if you want to.
That's
and then that money
hilarious,
all goes
dude.
to Love Tiger.
And that way it's not just like a handout. It's like,
Yeah,
hey, give
exactly,
me money.
yeah.
You're getting something in return.
yeah, dude, put a little effort in.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so great. Oh,
Dumb cat.
could we do tours?
Oh.
Could we do tours of the Tiger House,
Dude. Oh, now we're talking.
right?
There are no tigers in there.
I got questions about the poop.
Oh,
Trying to call it.
he denies
Yeah.
there's poop in there. He denies that there's poop in the pool. There's poop in the pool. Oh,
I mean, you got to lean over the pool. That doesn't seem very convenient.
I don't know.
Well, you go in a bucket and you
And then
dump
just
it in.
toss it in the pool.
Oh,
He's got
my
water
God.
now.
Now,
Well, he
Hopefully
did.
he's not doing it now, but it's been 2 months.
My question to him of what have you guys been? How long has it been since you guys have been able to take showers? And he said months.
Yeah.
But I don't know the mother. But if she has 3 kids and she works, how is she going to work without showering
right?
for months?
Does she shower at work? I don't know what she does for a living. Can she shower at work? I asked him if they were taking a horse bath in the CVS. He said yes, but who knows whether that's true or
I
not.
don't think so. Let me try. And
Horse
Google it.
bath.
I gotta know what's going on. But if we can get Dumb Cat Rescue going, I think we could raise some money.
By the way, a lot of names for that, Gio. I chose horse bath. There's a lot of other names though.
All right, no Love Tiger. Oh,
Idiot.
he's missing out. He's missing out on Dumb Cat Rescue.
Dumb cat rescue.
LT, if you're listening, call back. I guess we'll try and get that going.
That'd be so good.
In the meantime, I don't know where they are as far as pool and water and all that stuff. I feel like just
Talking up you?
what? Hello.
Oh, sorry.
I just feel like the simple fact that they didn't have water and now they do they're probably like light years ahead of where they were last week, right?
I mean, imagine living without water.
I don't know that they didn't have water in the house. I think they just didn't have it in the shower or in the bath.
No, that's not how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Well, no, because something happened that was stopping the water from coming to the house, and Tom fixed that.
The bill?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Listen, if that was the case, I would pay their water bill. You know what I mean? Like, seriously, like if they were like, we just can't afford the water bill, I'll pay the water bill. Because then you could be back to normal. But all those other things and the mold and all that stuff.
Yeah, well, there clearly is no like leadership there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just tigers running wild. I think you would. I believe that you would have a cleaner house if you had actual tigers in there.
Steve-O called me yesterday.
Yeah.
And he said, "Hey man, do you know any comedians locally that might be able to open the show tonight?"
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I said, give me a couple of minutes, and I sent him 5 comedians.
No,
comedians.
Oh, no.
I sent him 5 comedians, of which Johnny B was on the list.
Johnny B.
I sent
Matt
it to
Fernandez.
him in order of funny.
Okay.
I said, here they are with their phone numbers, and I listed them in the order of funny.
Can I guess them?
Actually, I only ended up sending them with 3.
Okay. Well, I already know then. You in your order. I'm picking your order. Matt Fernandez was number 1. Yes or no?
Just keep going.
Number 2 was Steve Miller, and number 3 was Johnny B.
You were close.
Jarrett Moore.
No.
Very funny.
He is funny.
Mm-hmm.
I went Matt Fernandez.
Okay.
Johnny B. And a kid named Chris Machado from Port Charlotte.
Oh, okay.
He's very funny, and I hung out with him one weekend. He'd be great.
Oh, is that the one that was down there with the long hair? Okay.
Last time.
Yeah.
Also felt like he fit that crowd. And it looks like my number 1, Matt Fernandez, ended up getting the gig.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
By the way, Steve Miller doesn't fit that crowd? How dare you?
He does. I got to tell you, kind of slipped my mind. Out of sight, out of mind, Miller. I'm sorry. Yep.
I mean,
But really, I had Matt Fernandez down. I'm like, you asked me who's the guy. He's the guy. No offense to Johnny B. I also had to take into consideration Johnny has a show to do.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And now he doesn't have Will.
Oh.
He's probably sucking any other comedians that are in the area on the show anyway during that time. So
Yeah, that's true.
yeah. Anyway.
Speaking of comedy, can I point out my direct message that I got?
from
Sure.
who?
I don't know. Stuff like this just kind of drives me crazy.
Yeah, well, let me preface this before you say it, okay? No one appreciates their audience more than we do. We do have a great relationship. You have supported us over the years. We've brought you the show over the years. We don't ask for a lot of you. We're not constantly hawking merchandise and all that stuff. We go do Pipple Toddler. You guys come out and watch us. We all hang out together and drink some Bud Lights and have a good time. We have a very good relationship with each other. We're equal parts to a success. We have laid out a couple. Like, I'm not that. When we go out, I don't have security and I don't have people like, don't talk to him. He's not right now. He's not. I'm the guy. I get off stage from Pipple Tyler. I walk right into the crowd and we all hang out. So does Galvin. So does John. Everybody.
Usually to do shots.
Yeah, I mean, we're there to hang out with everybody.
Yeah.
We don't think we're above you. We're all working together and we appreciate it. That's a real feeling of how we feel. But we have said several times that the one thing we do absolutely hate that you people do, stop sending us reels. Stop sending us reels and stop. I mean, the guy that's showing, there's a guy who fell with his, tripped over his feet and fell. And everybody's like, this is like, remember when you don't feel so bad? I know.
I got it yesterday.
Yeah, me too. And I'm like, first of all, I posted it to let everybody know that I've already seen it. So please don't send it to me. And still people are sending it to me. The simple equation is, if you saw it, we saw it. There's very, 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 very few times where somebody is going to show us something and we're going to go, oh my God, did you see this? We've already seen it. So that's just the beginning of what Galvin's about to talk about.
So on that point, I would like to point out that I've seen Led Zeppelin backwards, Whole Lotta Love, the breakdown in the middle where they break it down and they show like Deep Inside the Music does, where they show the visual and show the wave, and then they play it and it's the Haktua girl. Okay, I've seen it. Also, don't say, I know you hate when people send you reels, and then send me the reel.
Right, I know you probably already saw this, but
I already saw it. But that's not even what I'm talking about.
Oh.
No, but it's just a baseline for what we're talking about.
Right.
But this, I got a direct message. So when we were talking earlier about the debates and about the different stuff, and you were saying about China and everything else, and I said, I'll tell you what you do. Start learning Cantonese. A guy messaged me. Actually, Mandarin is the language from China, blah, blah, blah. And I go, so I wrote back to him and I said, listen, I'm not trying to be a dick, but I have to explain something to you. I know Mandarin. I don't know how to speak Mandarin. But I know Mandarin.
John Cena?
Cantonese is a funnier word.
Yeah, it is.
It's a rule in comedy that K sounds are funny. There's a rule of 3. The K sound. There's different things. I'm making choices. I'm goddamn Michael Jordan over here.
Professional.
You're playing horse. Meanwhile, I'm jumping from the free throw line and dunking. Okay? Cantonese is funnier than Mandarin.
Yeah.
The word is just funnier. That's why I did it. I don't need to know what the official language is. I already knew what the official language was. I made a choice. Cantonese, funnier, sayonara.
All right.
That's sayonara
Japanese,
funny
Calvin.
too.
That's Japanese.
And that's why it's funny.
Oh, man.
It's not that there's other way you don't like it. It's just we don't need it.
I got a reel today from somebody that wanted me to send it to you. I didn't even
Is it
reply.
the drum spinning?
Yep.
I got that too. It said, please send this to Galvin. And there's a guy in a drum set and it's spinning around on the stage.
I know. We all saw it. And we also saw it when Tommy Lee did it a long time ago.
By the way, and that's another thing. So now I have the information for the mattress in my notes because I send it out so much. And I'm totally fine with that. By the way, if you want to know the mattress stuff, hit me up. That's fine. You know, because I talked about it and stuff. If you want to find out about lefties, I'll tell you about lefties. But now in my notes, I have seen every, in capital letters, dog video and drum video. So whenever they send it to me, but I know you said, have you seen? I have seen every dog video and drum video.
It's ridiculous.
Instagram makes it so easy to send the reels. Like you just hit one button.
Also
and then
makes it very easy to watch reels.
Yeah.
We've already watched them all.
Yeah.
It also makes it easy not to send the reels. It's actually easier not to send it. By the way, I'd also like to point out, if you have sent me stuff and you've been sending it to me for the last 7 months and I have not seen it, you can see whether I read it or not.
Yeah.
You're on a restricted list and I just delete everything. I'm just letting you know.
All right, I understand.
All right. But other than that, we love you guys.
Yep.
I have some stuff to give away.
Okay.
We'll do that when we come back. I don't know if you want to play. What's that?
That's some thunder out there.
It's that
Earthquakes
thunder
are
again.
coming.
I didn't hear it again. You know what it is, Gavin? It just rolls in.
Yeah. I hope the birds are going to be okay.
Where do they go when it rains like this? These are things I think about. All right, let's give some stuff away to a little Whose Tweet Is It? Here we go.
Let the tweeting begin. It's time to play Whose Tweet Is It Anyway? On the Mike Calta Show.
Well, my nuts are in my stomach now.
Yeah, that was a lot.
I should have listened to Galvin when he pointed at the volume.
Well, I pointed to the volume,
Damn
I
it.
turned mine down, and then Gio started talking about Mo, so I turned it back up. So damn you, Gio.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
All right.
It screwed me.
All right, Galvin, what do we got?
All right, I'm going to read a tweet from somebody who is on the bone, on air staff. You guys are going to try and figure it out. First one to get to 3 is going to win a prize for somebody on the phone lines
And
there.
Will still works here?
Will does. He's doing the Saturday morning doctor show thing. So, yeah, he is still officially here.
Does Dizzy still work here?
Dizzy, I believe, does, right?
Yeah, Carmen, what happened with that?
So I guess Dizzy is in Denver for a couple, like the weekend or something.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no one informed me. So I'm sitting here and I always wait for Dizzy to get here. I never leave before or anything.
That is the number one rule. You don't end your shift until the other guy comes in.
Carmen's a
Right.
good employee. She knows what's up.
So I'm just sitting here, but I put all my stuff away. You know what I mean? I put it in your office, and I'm just
Dom's
waiting for
office.
Dom's office, and I'm just waiting. And I text Dizzy. I'm like, "Are you here?" And he gets back to me at 10:01. Well, the after show is already starting,
Right.
And he's like, "No, I'm in Denver." So I just scramble and I just load up the first segment, and I just basically went back to the old ways that I used to do the after show, and I just took them all.
Now,
the way
whose
back just to Sam.
responsibility was it
Yeah.
to tell you that Dizzy would not be there and make sure somebody is there?
Well, so I guess Dizzy and John Brennan did talk about this
To each other?
They texted back and forth, but no one communicated that to anybody else.
That's your boss.
Oh.
So so I'm going to be filling in. Basically, I just filled some carts in for the after show.
What happened to Evan? I thought he was doing it every day.
Ethan does it with Dizzy, but Dizzy is the host of it, so I don't think
Ethan doesn't want to work with Carmen.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm not doing it. I can't stay to do the after show. Like I said, I filled carts for the after show, so we're just taking it old school, replaying the beginning of our show for the after show. But yeah, so that's what it's going to be until Dizzy comes back.
All right. As usual, I couldn't care less about the after show, but thank you, Carmen, for the work that you put in to make sure that that's taken care of.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, Calvin. Yes.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
No, I want to know.
Oh, no, I was going to say, the only reason why I can't do the after show is because I am working on best of for next week for 4th and the 5th.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's what that time is going towards. I can't be hosting a show and working on best of for the people.
I got you. Okay. So. All right, good.
Okay. All right, here we go. A little bit of whose tweet. Your first tweet has a video component to it, okay? So there is a video, and I will tell you that it is the band Night Ranger, and it is the song Don't Tell Me You Love Me. And the tweet is, lead-off singles that introduce a rock band don't get much more propulsive and badass as this.
Done.
Done.
All right, Carmen's done, Gio's done, Spanish is done.
Done.
Mike's done. Carmen, you're in first. I'm going to ask you, whose tweet is that?
Stupid tweet, stupid Mo.
You said it's Mo. Gio, what do you think?
I think that's Ethan.
You said it's Ethan. He's rocking out with Mo sometimes. Spanish, what do you got?
Racist tweet, racist Mo.
I don't know how it's racist, but you say Mo. All right. And Mike Calta, what do you think?
I said that was you, Galvin.
You said it's me. I do love the Night Ranger. I will tell you that.
You don't say propulsive, though.
No, I don't. And I took a nice long pause so everybody could hear that word because I thought that would kind of help out.
Yep.
It definitely helped out Carmen in Spanish. That is Mo. That is Mo.
100%.
Yeah, with his Scrabble words that he loves to use. All right, Spanish and Carmen.
I'm not stupid.
Carmen and Spanish both have 1 point. Here we go. Next one. Damn it. Alanis. Hashtag Game 7. Whose tweet is that? Would you like for me to break it down for all of you, or do you not?
Done.
I got it.
Okay.
Say it again.
Damn it. Alanis. Hashtag Game 7.
Done.
Done.
Everybody done?
No. Done.
Mike, I'll start with you. Whose tweet is that?
Mike Olivero.
You said it's Mike Olivero. All right.
I don't feel it, but I can't think of anything else.
Gio, who you got?
Johnny B.
Who did you want to put down?
Corey Cardinal.
I feel like it just came to you. You say Johnny B, but you would have.
No, Mike Olivero is what I want to put down.
Oh.
But I put Johnny
I
B.
did that. I put
Okay.
Mike Olivero.
Yeah.
Spanish, who you got?
That's Olivero.
You said it's Olivero, and you said that. Very cool.
Yeah.
Carmen, who do you think it is?
Oh, I was thinking he had money on the game. That's Galvin.
Oh, yeah. I would assume that the breakdown of this is, damn it, Alanis Morissette was in town playing, and it's also Game 7 of the Stanley Cup.
No.
This person was trying to decide. No,
She sang the national anthem at the
oh,
game.
that's right. Yeah, she did. And she did a very good job, I thought.
Yeah, on both.
She did a good job. By the way, nobody gets any points. That was Monica. Yeah, you're right. That's what it would be. Yeah,
I broke it down.
yeah. I'm glad I didn't break
I
it
broke down the breakdown.
I would have broke down the wrong breakdown. All right, here we go with your next tweet. This one says, "This rain got a MF feeling relaxed."
Done.
Done.
Mike's done. Gio's done.
Do they spell it out or they say
No, they
MF?
just actually wrote MF. This rain got a MF feeling relaxed.
Done.
Done.
Carmen's done. Spanish is done. Spanish, whose tweet is that?
I went with Dizzy.
You said it's Dizzy. Gio, what do you think?
Old Denver Dizzy.
You said it's Denver Dizzy. Mike Calta, who you got?
My favorite mother effer, Dizzy.
You said it's Dizzy. And Carmen, what do you think?
I said Dizzy.
You said Dizzy. Everybody said Dizzy. Everybody gets a point. Mike and Gio both have 1. Carmen and Spanish both have 2. Could win the game right here. Your next tweet is this one. No, I'm going to go with this one. It says, "To all of you saying Biden told no lies," and then this is in all capital letters, "he said he was a 6 handicap. Hashtag debate night. Hashtag debates 2024. Whose tweet is that? Gio's done. Mike's done.
But the first part, he just says that who says he's not a liar?
To all of you saying Biden told no lies, colon, and then all in caps, he said he was a 6 handicap. Hashtag debate night. Hashtag debates 2024.
Done.
Thank you.
He said he was worse than 6 handicap people, is what he said.
No, that means.
Carmen's done. Spanish, you done?
Yes.
All right. So, Mike Calta, let's see if you can tie it up here. Who you got?
I went with political commentarist Will Kuntz.
He says Will Kuntz. Gio, you could tie it up here.
That is Drew.
You said it's Drew Garabo.
Oh, bringing golf into the mix. I didn't even think about that.
Golf
Spanish, you could win it all right here. Who you got?
When in doubt, we'll Kuntz it out.
You Kuntzed it as well.
Yeah.
And Carmen, you could win it all right here. Who do you think it is?
FTW, political commentarist Will.
3 for Will, 1 for Drew. I don't know what his handicap is, but Gio is correct. That is Drew Garabo. Talking
Not long
golf,
enough.
talking golf. Now we're talking golf. Ooh, I like that. Here you
like
go.
Casey Rocket.
Your next one, everybody is tied up except for Mike. Mike has 1, everybody else has 2.
All right.
Your next tweet, right? My neighbor working in his yard just now, quote, man, it's hot. I'm sweating like a SL ... Me, not today, Jim. Not today.
What?
So this person's having a conversation with their neighbor, and it says, my neighbor working in his yard just now said, quote, man, it's hot. I'm sweating like a SL. So I'm sweating like a, and he cuts it off, ... And then it says, me, not today, Jim. Not today.
Done.
Everybody understand what's happening there?
Yeah.
All right. Carmen's done with the giggle.
Twitter's stupid.
Done.
Done.
I think
Spanish is done.
Definitely not Mo.
Gio's done. Mike's going through some selections. Done. All right. I'm going to start again with you, Mike. See if you can tie it up here. Who you got?
I was in doubt. I Will Kuntz it out.
Will Kuntz out. Gio, the guy who wins a lot of these games, could win it all right here at the big comeback. Who you got?
That's Dizzy.
You said that's Dizzy. Spanish, you could win it all right now and put it in Gio's face. Who you got?
I was going to go with Dizzy, but at the last minute, I decided to go with Ethan.
Ooh. Carmen, you could put it in all of our faces if you'd like to. Whose tweet is that?
That is racist neighbor Dizzy.
He said it's Dizzy. I say to you guys, no points.
Oh, I couldn't figure that one out.
That was Johnny B. It was Johnny B.
Beat us.
Yeah, how you like that? How you like that? All right, your next one. This says current status. Patiently waiting for these kids to fall asleep so I can blow their mama's back out. And then it's got the crying, laughing emoji, and it has the GIF from Narcos of the guy sitting there just waiting, sitting. You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. Spanish is done.
One more time.
It says current status. Patiently waiting for these kids to fall asleep so I can blow their mama's back out.
Done.
Laughing emoji.
Oh.
Mike's done.
Oh.
Done.
I'll keep it.
Carmen?
Done.
Anybody making any changes?
No.
You locked in? All right. Mike Calta, who did you think about changing it to?
No, I didn't do that. What happened was I realized you said waiting for these kids to sleep, and the person I picked only had one kid. So then I thought, they could just be saying kids. I couldn't think of how many kids. I don't know. I just thought it was the only.
Who'd you pick?
I just thought it was the only one who can still blow somebody's mama back out, and I picked Mo.
You say Mo.
Yeah.
All right.
Because he's black and she's white.
Yeah.
Gio, who you got?
Blowing mama's back out. That's Dizzy.
You said it's Dizzy. Spanish, I would caution you to stay off your phone during Who's Tweeting.
Wow, cheater.
Points
No
could be taken away.
No integrity.
Sorry.
Spanish, who do you have?
I have Dizzy.
You say Dizzy. Carmen, who do you think it is?
It was just his birthday. Birthday sex. Mo.
Yeah, he's got the little one.
He's got a baby.
Damn it.
Mike said Mo. Carmen said Mo. Spanish said Dizzy. Gio said Dizzy. Right, Joe?
That's correct.
I like that. I like the confident. Two of you got it right.
Oh, no.
I don't know why you're sad, Gio. It was you in Spanish.
Damn.
It's you in Spanish. Have a runoff. We have a runoff.
Yes, I
We
love
have a runoff. Here we go. Next week.
Am I out?
You're out. You and Carmen are both out.
We stink.
Your next
I'm gonna blow your back out, Carmen.
Wait a minute.
is this one. I can be fully bribed with cheesecake. And then it has the drooling face emoji.
Done.
Done.
For the win.
Carmen's done. Mike's out. I mean, Gio's done. Carmen and Mike are out.
Done.
Shut up, everybody. Spanish is done. Spanish, you could win it all right here. It's been a long game. Gio made the comeback and everything, but you could win it all right here. Who do you have?
That is Monica.
Says Monica. Gio, you could win it all right here and take your spot atop the mountain that is, whose tweet is anyway. Who you got?
I know that is, in fact, Monica.
Is that who you put down?
Yes.
You're both right.
That's what I would have said.
Still got the runoff. Still got the runoff. Doesn't matter who you said. You're out of the game. Here we go. Your next tweet is this one. I hate the way you walk, the way you talk. I hate the way you dress. I hate the way you sneak diss if I catch. This is the way it's written. I hate the way you sneak diss if I catch flight. It's going to be direct. And then it has an airplane emoji and then a boxing glove emoji. I'll read it again. And this is the way that it's
When
written.
you start it off, it sounds like a Smash Mouth song.
Yeah,
I hate the way you talk. I hate the way you walk, the way you talk. I hate the way you dress. I hate the way that you sneak diss. If I catch flight, it's going to be direct. Airplane emoji, boxing glove emoji.
It's going to be on site.
It's gonna be me.
Done.
Spanish said you're done. You're done?
Yes.
Gio, you're done?
Done.
On the count of three, give me your answer. 1, 2, 3.
Dizzy.
Who'd you say?
Dizzy.
Who did you say, Dizzy?
I said Dizzy.
Got another runoff. This is going to be the last one, guys. It's going to be the last one.
We got a tie.
This is going to be the last one. I'm going to go. All right, here we go. Next tweet. Let's all pull our boobies out for the hashtag Oilers tonight. Hashtag Stanley Cup. Hashtag NHL.
Done.
Gio's done. Let's all pull our boobies out for the Oilers tonight.
Can I
Stanley
guess
Cup,
when they're done?
NHL. When they're done.
Done.
Johnny B. He's only got boobies.
Spanish. Whose tweet is that? For the win!
Johnny Boobies.
You said it's Johnny B. Is that what you have written down? You didn't say it because Mike said it?
Oh,
No,
I'm
it
sorry.
is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No, I'm just making sure.
Didn't mean to
Okay.
influence.
Gio, who you got?
Johnny Boobs.
You guys both said Johnny
Yeah.
B?
Yeah.
All three of you are correct. That's a tie.
I was making a joke.
That's a tie.
All right, Spanish, pick a line.
Line 3, please.
All right. Good morning. Who's this?
Charlie.
Charlie, it was long and drawn out, but you were one of the winners. Please hold on, Gio.
Line 6.
Line 6. Good morning. Who is this?
Garrett.
Garrett, you're the other winner. Please hold on. We got prizes for both of those folks. Carmen will get them here during the break. When we come back from break, I need to talk to you about a kid named Bert Kreischer who's coming down next week and how you can win tickets to go see him. We'll do that next on 102.5 The Bone. Let me just try one more before we get out of here.
Sure.
Shut up, Jay-Z.
You want me to try and call him real quick?
Might have helped.
Mm-hmm.
No tigers here.
I'm the only tiger.
I mean, the pool guy said he's going by today. There's a kid show called Daniel Tiger. And for some reason, since my son used to watch it when he was a kid, or my daughter, one of them, they sing Daniel Tiger to Holy Diver. I'm always like, Daniel Tiger,
You've been down too long in the midnight sea. No one's been coming to me.
you give a guy water, and what does he do? He turns his back on you.
Once everything starts getting fixed.
Yeah.
Typical.
Don't need you anymore.
All right, well, you missed our big surprise today.
Which was?
I
want to know. Can I have it?
Can I have it?
I like
I
to
give you
this.
running water.
It now goes to somebody else.
I'm not medicine, man.
Joe, you're stepping up.
What?
Your turn.
What do I get?
I don't know.
All right.
I don't like the way they lump you in with those people, Joe.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
So to reiterate, Galvin and I are going to the movies together, and you and Joe are not coming.
I'm going. Joe said he was going. I'm going.
Well, when did that happen?
I said I'm down for whatever.
Joe, you have always been down since day one.
Yeah,
I don't know
right.
that. Spanish was like, I'm so sleepy.
You plus how many?
What?
How many are you bringing?
Oh, I'm gonna bring like all the pants.
Told
Couple
you.
dogs.
I told you.
Dogs are rolling.
Yeah.
Dogs are rolling.
They got dogs at the movie theater.
They do.
They do.
By the way, Lefties has dogs too.
Really?
Coney dogs. Yeah.
Ooh.
You know I love dogs rolling, man.
By the way, you would think that I invested into Lefties the other day. It was really good.
Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Good morning. Could you tell me what the name of that sandwich shop was that you were talking about this morning?
Hey, yo!
Galvin's so excited. It's called Lefties.
Lefties, yeah.
And where is it, Galvin?
There's one in Carrollwood. It's right on Dale Mabry, and it's by the Walmart that has the Five Below by it there, whatever. I think there's a few other locations, but that's the one that I went to. It was fantastic.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
All right,
Enjoy.
thank you. We all got excited.
Tell him Galvin sent you.
We all got excited because we thought that was Crazy Patty.
Exactly.
Yeah, it wasn't, though. Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Believe it or not.
Believe it or not. Get out of here,
I
nerd.
don't believe it. You are not allowed. Call me a fat ass when I come on this show.
Yeah, not cool. Man.
Only my friends get away with that.
Be honest. What is the percentage you're coming out to Riveters on Saturday night?
So it'll depend on where I am.
That's
If
a
I'm
zero.
what's that?
I said that's a 0.
No. If I'm in Clearwater and I'm staying there for the night, then maybe I won't come in. But I plan on coming back home, so
Right.
coming back that way. And I also want to go to the casino on Saturday, so I think that I may leave Clearwater, go to the casino, do some gambling, then come by Riveters.
So like 50%
50%,
chance?
50-50. It's either going to happen or not happen.
Yeah, I'm going to need more than that.
Well,
Well, I will be out there from 9 to 11 watching UFC, giving stuff
That's the other
away.
thing. I want to watch UFC too.
Yes, they've got great food at Riveters. We're drinking a couple Bud Lights. It's going to be good times.
All right. That is Saturday night. So close to 2001.
I was going to say, where is that located?
It's very close to a lot of fun places.
Yep. There's a Starbucks on one side and a strip club on the other.
What more do you need? I mean, that's what I call heaven.
If I do great at the casino, then come to Riveters and we use some of that money over there at 2001 Odyssey.
All right. All right.
I don't even know I've never paid cover in that place. I don't know what that's like. And I'm not saying I don't want to pay it now. I don't mind. Was it $20 to get in?
Think so?
If I go there and they're like, it's $50, I'm going to go get out of here. I don't know. I just have no idea. I've never been in there.
Inflation is real.
I've never been in during non-work hours. That makes sense. The only time I've ever been in 2001 that wasn't work related was Moose's bachelor party.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you go into the spaceship?
I have been in the spaceship before in the daytime.
Ooh, that's got it.
Not alone. Yeah.
Aliens?
What's that? Yeah, the aliens are up there. Aliens were probing me for sure when we were up there.
By the way, before Gio is out for UFC 303, I will be out at Cinco Soccer.
Cinco.
Cinco. 5305 East Henry Avenue in Tampa. It's just down from the Hard Rock, so swing by. Go Hard Rock, pick me up at Cinco Soccer, and we'll go over Rivers.
Yes.
Do it all. I'm going to be out there starting at 7 o'clock. The game is at 8 o'clock. We have Argentina versus Peru, which is going to be a big game. Argentina, odds-on favorite to win everything. So stop on by. We have Messi jerseys to give away. We have a Messi Funko Pop. We have tickets to go see Copa America over in Orlando.